dialed in to Box and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use,
smarts of these
because
stuff.
they know the brews.
And they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
Save yourself some beer money.
Bucks
And brews.
Bucks and
Bucks and brews.
brews.
Bucks and Brews.
And welcome back to Bucks and Brews. Nick and I are fawning over his beer, I guess, technically.
That's exactly it, man. It's been a while since we've been back.
It has. So softball's over,
Yeah.
which means I'm allowed to come back on the air because I have more time now. I think we're going to shoot for next Monday.
Yeah, next Monday.
And then I don't know if 4th of July weekend is going to happen because I'm off and you're doing some shit. And we'll see what happens, right?
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, maybe we can do a Wednesday or something.
Maybe. I mean,
And,
it's always an option. So it's been a little while since we've been here.
Yep.
Lots of shit going on. So we figured this week we would go guestless and talk about some of the current events going on that are near and dear to Nick and my heart, which include inflation, the stock market, and housing. So before we get into it, Nick, what you drinking?
lots of things. Let's start out with Prairie Artisan Ales, which is one of my favorite breweries just because they smash all their flavors all the time. Peanut butter and jelly squeeze. Sour ale with blackberry, blueberry, boysenberry, and dry roast peanuts and peanut butter. A peanut butter and jelly sandwich without the bread, right? This thing is just great.
Mike would be excited by that one.
I'm telling you that's fantastic. I'll then move to a Rogue Hazelnut Brown Nectar. I like hazelnut. I like Hazel's Nuts from Oddside, of course.
Yes, you do.
And so that's from Rogue. And then Dewclaw Brewing. Say I have a chocolate cherry dessert stout. So
That sounds delicious.
yeah, very excited for that. And then if I finish up, you've given me one of yours.
I have.
It's one of my favorite little summer fun things.
So Mike came up the other day and we went to a fundraiser at Ailbert in Byron Center for one of the bartenders there. She's having some neurological issues and they were doing a little fundraiser for her because she hasn't been able to work. And afterwards we came back to the house and went through almost all the beer I have. So Nick didn't tell me he was on his way. So he had to wait in the parking lot for a little bit while I went and found some beer. And I didn't find a whole lot of options because, Byron Center.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Just it is very fruit forward, right? Like
Uh-huh.
you taste all the berries and the jelly aspect, and then that peanut butter just comes through in the end. Creaminess, greatness, like it's drinking it, but like you would think it's two separate drinks in the same drink, right? Like just because how it starts and then it just like that, the
It
fruit goes away,
starts so sour.
Yeah.
And then that just kind of goes away.
and then that fruit that peanut butter just comes in all of a sudden. It's like you're doing two different shots. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
So anyways, I stopped at a local grocery store and I found something I, don't mind.
Yeah.
I actually like because like you said, it's a fun summer drink.
It is.
I got a variety pack of reds. So peach, strawberry, and apple.
Yep.
I'm enjoying the peach right now. It is delicious. I can't wait till they come out with their blueberry. I love their blueberry. I have enjoyed many a blueberry at Nick's house in the pool.
Yeah, of course. This which is having issues right now. I got to get it up and running somehow. I just can't find anybody that knows
What are
how to
the
do it.
issues?
Can't get it primed. We can't get it going. So,
That sucks.
Yeah. so my jets are very weak, and I got to get that figured out. I just can't find anybody that's available to work.
Oh, that's honestly kind of leads us segueing into one of the issues we're having is what the fuck is going around this place?
Yeah.
So inflation's sky high and everybody's got their own take on it. You and I probably are somewhat on the same page, somewhat.
Yeah, I mean,
So gas prices, everybody's bitching and moaning about. Gas is too high. I'm never gonna drive again.
oh fuck that.
They just want to make us buy electric vehicles.
This
Okay.
just don't buy gas on the 3rd and the 4th.
Yeah.
I mean, why don't you try Christmas sometime so people don't have to fucking work, okay? Like, um,
I mean, you look at it. I want to say Shell's profits for the first quarter were $9 billion.
that's exactly what I want to bring up, right? Like,
Yeah.
the price per barrel right now is the same it was back when gas was $3.50 a gallon,
Uh-huh.
and gas prices are $5.
Yeah.
So the only person making money is the oil companies, right?
And of course, I will say I am a shareholder in ExxonMobil. And of course, they basically came out and said, "Hey, we're making great money here." Yeah, because all they really give a shit about is themselves and the shareholders. Now, I don't own enough ExxonMobil to retire on or anything.
Pay for your own gas. Yeah.
Correct.
And I say you're in a fund, right? You're probably part owner, but that it's not your daily living life money, right?
Correct.
So that it frustrates me. I wish the government's trying to put all these stipulations, and people are. This is the only reason I support the minimum wage aspect of things, right? Because big business is making ridiculous amounts of money while it's harming everyone.
Yes.
Right? I don't know any billionaires that are not taking their private jet out.
Mhm.
I know a lot of people who are getting healthier because they're walking or riding a bike, or not stimulating the economy by going out to places as gas prices.
So I have the numbers here
Yeah.
because I'm a numbers guy. This was as of June 3rd. First quarter 2022 profit. Shell 9.1 billion, Chevron 6.3 billion, BP 6.2 billion, Exxon 5.4 billion. Gas prices per gallon. This is US dollar. In Belgium, $5.91. Sweden, $5.80. Germany, $5.79. No, sorry, $5.57. And the UK, $5.70. So we're not the only ones dealing with this, no matter what they would like you to believe.
Well, I mean, we're coming back to Canada. I don't remember if we were on when I came back. So
Yeah.
But right, I had to stop in Canada and I paid $7.85 a gallon.
Yeah.
So $2 and something cents per liter,
Yeah.
2.85 liters in a gallon. Yeah. I mean, every country is dealing with it, except for Iran and other
Iraq, the Middle East,
where
that has plenty.
Yeah. So I mean,
Well, you know,
9 cents a gallon.
you see some of these stupid fucking options. Well, the Keystone Pipeline, blah blah blah. That's not our oil, motherfuckers.
Right.
That is Canadian oil, and they wanted a quicker, faster way to get it to the Gulf. So that wouldn't have done shit for us. But they like having that talking point. And I've noticed we're a lot about talking points the last few years, aren't we?
No, I mean,
No real research. I mean, people say they do research, but I could say I grew a third arm. Doesn't fucking make it true.
And it's fact because they read it somewhere, right?
Mhm.
And you're not getting it from a creditable source, right? It's not an actual. So
Well, and I think the thing that pisses me off the most, and I mean, if you've listened to more than one show, you'll realize I'm very liberal when it comes to most things. These fucking Fox assholes run around saying CNN, CNN, CNN. Mind you, I think CNN's too. But there's not a legitimate, and I use that word in quotes, news organization more full of shit than Fox. There just isn't.
on their side, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
They're just totally and absolutely full of shit.
Yep.
Now, there are some fringe ones like Breitbart and OAN and all that.
Yep.
And they're some on the left side. I don't know what the fuck they are because I don't listen to that shit. I listen to people that will give me a fair opinion. So, I have a friend who did local news here.
Yep.
His name is Nick. And I would ask Nick his opinion on things because he was in the news.
Yeah.
And he would give me a fair opinion, unbiased. And then he would give me his biased opinion.
Yes.
And I thought that was great because what it did is it made me see what those two sides really look like. You know what I mean? Because you're not getting that. You're
Right.
either getting the biased view or the unbiased view, and you're never really sure what that is. But if somebody can give you both,
Yep.
that's just huge. Like, I'll give you my biased view right now. Gay people are fine. They're not taking any of your rights away. Leave them the fuck alone. Now I'll give you the unbiased view. Gay people are fine. They're not taking any of your rights away. Leave them the fuck alone. And again, you're going to find a biased person that's on the other side of that, because there's that preacher that went viral about he wants to kill all gay people because they're an abomination and all that horse shit.
I didn't see that.
And Nick, I want you to mention your Father's Day present.
Oh, I got a new Father's Day hat. It's a flat bill, rainbow hat. Right, my daughter picked it out for me. And I really enjoy the hat. So I've been looking for something like this, and this is actually absolutely perfect for me.
Well, I have my Break Room Therapy Pride
Yeah.
shirt on. I'm actually running our booth at Pride with two of the girls on Saturday.
Okay.
I'm so fucking excited about that because I missed Lowell Pride because I had a game. And I was going to go to Grand Rapids Pride, but my daughter said, I don't want you there. I didn't get to go.
No, I mean, I don't know who it was, and I didn't get enough research into it.
Mhm.
It was some news talk guy, and he was talking about how, let's say back in the 1960s, there was 1% of the population was gay, right? 70s, it was more, right? And there's a higher number of gays. Talking about the a lot in the youth aspect, right? Because it's the new cool hip thing to be, right? Get that aspect of things, but in the end, like, what the fuck does it matter, right? Like, really, in the end, I mean, David, I know you're sleeping with your wife, and if you told me you were cheating on her, I guess at that point I would know that you were sleeping with somebody else. But otherwise, I don't care
No.
who anybody dates. Like, we talk about it from a financial sense,
Yeah.
right? We talk about things in a financial sense all the time. Like, when gay marriage became a thing, I mean, they made fun of it. They made fun of it on the fact of, and now pronounce it Chuck and Larry, right? They had to go get married just so they'd be on insurance aspects of things. Like,
Or
play the fucking system.
congratulations, you're going to be as miserable as the rest of us.
Right, like,
Shit like that.
There you go. But right, like, I don't know. To me, human rights and what they do with that doesn't impact you. Like, you don't want to look at public displays of affection. Don't go to fucking public, right? Like, I
Right.
think, to me, I think that's one thing that this world is missing more of, right? Like, and okay, sure, there's a making out aspect of like groping like crazy, but like, I don't know. I don't think signs of affection are shown enough.
Well, and I'm going to say this, because this is a expletive type show.
Yeah.
As long as I don't see a dick in public, I don't really give a shit.
And honestly,
I mean, you want to, sit there and tongue kiss your boyfriend? Go for it. I don't give a shit.
right? Well, now listen, women want the same respect of like boobs, right? Like,
Yes.
hey, why should I have to wear a shirt? Why do I have to wear a shirt but a guy doesn't have to? And I'm like, look, I try to teach my daughter it's a body. They all
Yeah.
fucking look different. They're the same in a sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm big. Some people are small. Like, human body, right? It's nothing. You can treat it like a temple if you feel like it. It's your temple, but it's not anybody else's temple.
No, they don't give a
Right?
shit.
Like, I mean, to me, don't understand why these people have such a problem with this. I don't know. If you're gay, if you're straight, there's assholes in every one of them. There's nice people in every one of them, right? Like, people are people in general, right?
Well, and I mean, I get this shit at home a lot.
Yeah.
I love my wife. I get this shit from her a lot. You and Nick are assholes. The two of you.
Fact.
The two of you say the same dumb shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I've been struggling with this lately. So, it was a rough season in some aspects.
Yep.
And towards the end of the season, mentally, I couldn't handle it anymore. I was at my breaking point, and I had a couple incidences where I had a little too much to drink, because that will happen. And drunk David was a huge asshole to people, which can happen. So I called you last week to talk to you about it because Drunk David is very similar to Drunk Nick.
Either the nicest guy, the biggest asshole.
And really no in between.
We are literally just the
Well,
spectrum.
and the problem is we are the nicest guy until we've had one drink too many.
So well, it doesn't have to be the drinks that set us up. Some asshole doing something stupid.
Or that. And then we are just huge fucking assholes. For me, it's usually a drink.
Yeah.
Like 5 was okay, but 5.5 was a bad fucking idea. And I honestly, I kind of need an adult with me all the time to take it away. They can't tell me to stop because I mean, I'm an adult and I'll do what I want. They just have to take it away.
Yep.
Like I'm a baby because I'm kind of a baby. So Dawn goes to me afterwards. She goes, "You and Nick, you're both assholes. I don't know why you talk to him because he does the same stupid shit you do." I'm like, "That's why I wanted to talk to him because he does the same stupid shit I do."
Understands.
Yeah.
Or you hope.
And she goes, "Well, I hope you got something out of it." I'm like, "Yeah, I did," because when I get that way, he's one of the few people that can relate, And you said it to me in a text message. You're like, people ignore men's mental health, and sometimes we get to that point where we've ignored it long enough that shit snaps and it goes sideways. And unfortunately for me, it did. I said some really mean things to people I cared about, and they're all pissed at me right now, and I can't blame them.
Yeah.
I did shitty things. I've apologized, but that only goes so far too.
Oh, that's like I mean, I say I've had it right. I drank and didn't realize I drank too much, and I had people telling me I was not drunk. So I'm like, all right, let's do this. And the words that came out of my mouth spoke differently.
Yes.
It's and it's it's not anything I was proud of, right? But it was like, I try to treat people respectfully in a general way, right? Like if I'm having fun and it's something, if it's normal, it just comes out, right?
Yeah.
Especially in bowling, right? To say,
Well, I know I'm one of those people where
there'll be kids on the lane next to me or whatever, and if I leave a 10 pin, fuck you, just louder. Hey, watch it. Nope, drunk Nick doesn't watch it.
well, it's one of those things where if I'm in some kind of mental anguish, pain, whatever, and I've had that one drink too many.
Oh yeah.
Everybody around me is going to feel the same fucking pain I do because I'm going to make sure they do.
Yep.
And I have no recollection of it after it happens. Like I found this out 2 weeks after the fact.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything. I had no fucking idea. As usual, we're driving way off the fucking road.
No, I say, but sometimes it's good to talk about it. Like, there's listeners out there that are dealing with stuff, and you have to understand just because we're on a podcast, or just because we do something, doesn't mean that we're not still people that deal with struggles and trials and tribulations. I mean, dude, I told you today, right? Like, I almost called you, which I didn't, right? That's a man thing to say, right?
Mhm.
I almost called you. And the worst part is the words that came out of my mouth was I was kind of having a Nick pity party, right?
Yeah.
And so in guys' terms, right, you're being a little bitch. And so it's like you always feel like you have to suck it up, right? You can't just be like, hey man, like I got these things going on and I just need somebody to fucking tell me it's gonna be okay. Not suck it up and be a fucking I don't know, like I'm not afraid to admit I'm an emotional person.
People love us anyways. Thank you for loving us. We appreciate that.
My emotions are high, my emotions are low.
Yeah.
But it's hard. Like that's what as a guy, and people don't realize that as a guy, I'm okay to open up and just say, hey, I need some, because I love my wife, but like I'd be like, hey, I need some me time. Well, how much fucking me time do you need? I don't fucking know the answer, right? If I knew that, I'd fucking fix the problem, right? But like I'm dealing with a lot, and I don't know what it all is.
Yeah.
Right? It's just,
Well, and that's the other thing. Especially with women, because they are way more in tune with their feelings than we are.
oh sure.
They tend to have an idea of what they're dealing with, and why they're dealing with it, and what's bothering them. And
But they never squash it.
well, yeah, I mean that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
But they'll say to us, "Well, what's wrong? I don't know."
Yep.
Well, why is it bothering you? I don't know.
Yep.
And I mean, we've kind of been conditioned that way. So, for example, we had Slide Bass Bobby on.
Yeah, man.
And I was telling Dawn about it, and she's like, "Yeah, that stuff bothers him." you know, it just causes him great anxiety. I'm like, yeah, that's because he's a little bitch. And she goes, you know, you shouldn't do that. We all have mental health issues. You understand. I'm like, yeah, I do understand. I'm not calling him a little bitch to his face. Not that I wouldn't, 'cause I would.
Six I would.
But that doesn't mean I don't understand. I understand it. And if he goes, dude, don't do that because that's really weighing on my mental health, I won't call him a little bitch.
Right.
Because I respect him. He's my friend. And I don't want to make him feel worse.
Right.
But, you know, as long as he's okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell him he's a little bitch because he's going to tell me that too.
Oh, that's exactly. You know, sometimes we don't know, and we haven't been raised or taught, and everybody thinks that it's just natural, like that you can just stop saying those types of things, right? Like, I mean, I still make gay jokes. I mean, one of my buddies' things, he's like, "Don't stop being you," and yeah, I mean, have fun at them because like they're hilarious, right? And don't get me wrong, I make straight jokes all the time. It's like,
Well, and the F word is one of those things where I used to say it.
oh, I say it all the fucking time.
I don't.
Oh man, that's
I
too bad.
will not say it anymore.
That's too bad. Oh, that F word.
Yeah, not fuck.
Sorry.
I say fuck all the time. I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah.
The slur word,
Sure.
I will not use.
Yeah.
I will not use the R word.
Yeah, see, and I do.
See, and I won't.
Yeah.
Because if you're an ignorant piece of shit,
Yeah.
I'll tell you you're an ignorant piece of shit.
Yeah.
But if you have a mental defect,
Yeah, you won't. You won't.
I'm not going to make fun of that because that's something you can't control.
Right.
You can control being an ignorant piece of shit. Learn yourself some stuff.
Yeah.
Stop being ignorant.
Yeah.
And we had this conversation when the professor was on about ignorant, and a lot of people think ignorant's a bad word. Don't use that. It's not. It's just a lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge. It's all it is. Right?
And there are many things I'm ignorant on, and I'm okay with that. You know, I hope to learn more. So because we're running off the subject constantly, I got free Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
For a year. So Dawn and I are watching The Offer, which was a 10-episode show based on the making of The Godfather. Okay. So
sounds kind of fun.
yeah, it's great.
Cool.
So we're watching it and stuff, and you know, her and I are asking questions back and forth. And she, you know, I'd never watched The Godfather until she said, "You have to watch this movie," and I was in my 20s. And she goes, "Did you know this?" And I'm like, "I didn't know any of this shit." I mean, honestly, how was I supposed to? I'm ignorant. So I went and I started reading stuff. You know, I didn't know the backstory on how the movie got made or anything, or all the issues they had. And it was great to sit there and watch this and see what went on.
Sure.
And, you know, I'm one of those documentary people. I like documentaries. I want to know how shit gets done.
You said depending on what the documentary. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to know how hot dogs are made because I love hot dogs. Please
Well,
don't show me.
You and I both watch How It's Made. We absolutely love that show. This is it.
I am not watching
Oh my
that shit.
God, that's how a gummy bear gets made. I worked in factories and I still got excited about other machines, right? And I was just like, that's cool. Yeah, it's funny because everything technically made is like you're like it's all the same, but like you're like, oh, look at these different machines and bigger and smaller, and yeah, it fills little voids. But I guess I want to go back to gas prices real quick.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm really sick and tired of seeing I did that, right?
Oh, with the
Joe
Biden stickers?
It's just like ignorance to me.
Ignorance.
Like 100%. Just God, how stupid are you, right? Like, you're gonna sit here and blame that we didn't go to war on Biden, right? And if we did go to war, they would not give us even more gas? Like question mark? I'm confused on what's happening here.
Because again, they don't understand. People that say shit like this just don't get it.
And it's like, my favorite is, okay, so me being the asshole I am, right? I look at you, David, and I say, all right, you're gonna bitch about gas prices.
Yep.
All right, you're your age.
Mhm.
Okay. Gone through lows and highs of gas prices.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I went through massive lows.
Right.
I started driving in like 92.
Yeah.
And I remember it was a Clark station at the time, now an Admiral station on M89.
Yep.
If you went on Tuesdays, the price of premium and regular was the same.
Really?
And it was 90 cents a gallon.
When Trump was in office, I remember getting down to 99 cents. I was excited about that.
Oh, and the year that I moved back from Illinois
Yep.
was 1999. and that Clark station had turned into an Admiral.
Yeah.
So the entire winter moving into, the summer of 99, it was 79 cents all winter long. So if I came home, I went there to get gas because it's 79 cents. I mean, it's 99 cents everywhere else, but it's 79 cents
Yeah.
there.
Well, it's funny because, all right, I'm just like you, man. We penny pinch. This is what I love about my wife, right? So we're in Canada and I have to get
Yep.
gas, okay? And I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this because I don't want the international charge and blah blah
Yeah.
blah. I was like, I'll just do a little bit to get us through. And she like looks at me and she's like, it's what the fuck is $12? Nick, I literally watch you throw $100 down on fucking blackjack. What is $12? And I'm like, and every time I'm like, you're absolutely fucking right. Like,
Yeah.
literally, I pissed $12 away. Like, it's fucking. I mean, $12 in beer right now. Like, but because we're so
Conditioned to save money.
on gas, right? We always
Yeah.
said, but here, okay, back to where I was thinking is, okay, so you've gone through lows, you've gone
Yeah.
through highs. You've seen it up to $5, you've seen it down to
79 cents. Yeah.
Why the fuck, when it was really low during the Trump administration, did you not go buy a fucking tanker?
Oh shit.
Like, why didn't you fill up? Why didn't you budget? Right? I mean, because all the way up before that happened, gas prices was $3.50. I mean, $4 for some of the Obama time. Like, all right, so we got it to fucking $1. Why didn't you go spend that's $3 a fucking gallon?
Yeah.
Like that you're saving. Why didn't you go buy that much more? Where the fuck's your tanker? Why didn't you? Why didn't you fucking go buy a gas station and just nope? I'm gonna sit on this gas. This is
Yep.
literally close to the public for fucking me and my family the rest of my life. Why the fuck didn't you do it? Huh? Why didn't you budget? Why didn't you fucking? And I'm like, oh, exactly, because you fucking stupid, right? Don't sit here and tell me, oh, gas prices are this. No, dude, it's something that fluctuates all the time. It's like the same person that bitches about fucking being in the stock market. You're still in it because you want to make money, but you'll bitch when it's low. Okay.
So I'm gonna tell you a story.
Yeah, I did a great transition there, and you're just gonna fucking off topic.
This is not off topic. This is a great because this is about investments.
Yeah.
I get an email the other day from my mother.
Yeah.
She's getting a $940 check
Nice.
You-
For hay?
for fucking grain.
Yes. Yes. So excited about this.
I said, hey, that $17,000 investment's paying off.
Did she sell some?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Well, she didn't. They sold it. They get 50% of whatever they sell.
I had a company vehicle for 15 years.
Yeah. And it conditioned me not to pay attention to gas prices. I didn't notice it until it cost me $100 to fill up. Yeah, that's exactly it. If somebody else pays for it, you don't know, you don't care.
Never pay attention, right?
No.
Like, yeah, that's, I don't know. I've always, and it's funny because kind of goes back to like, I will hop on my Speedway app and be like, oh, it's 3 cents cheaper over here. I'm gonna go do it. And then my wife would be like, you're driving a mile to save 30 fucking cents. And she's like, how dumb are you? And I was like, I don't even value my fucking 30-cent time. Like, wow, all right.
You're the person that will not pick up a penny.
That's fact, right? But like, dude,
But you're worried about saving 30
fucking
cents.
cents.
Yeah.
Like, and I'll be like, oh man, like,
Way out of your way.
like I'm fucking filling up the semi, right? That's gonna save me just hundreds of dollars.
So I will use the Upside app,
Yeah,
but only if it's somewhere near
Yeah.
where I'm going to be.
I know.
Like if I'm driving to, let's say, Goodwill,
Yep.
because we're going to pick up some electronics cheap.
Oh, speaking of that, I have a house that I just purchased.
Yes.
Or I will be purchasing. There's some stuff in there. I'm gonna have
We,
you guys.
we will absolutely come and take it.
and come pick stuff. So
So, I mean, Goodwill, the distribution center is Prairie
Oh, yeah.
and Byron Center.
no, Prairie and Ivan Rest.
Oh, it's between Ivan Rest and Byron Center. It's closer to Ivan Rest.
Yeah, say
So the marathon that I use is 36 and Clyde.
Yeah.
Business is on Clyde.
Yep.
So if I go over there, I'll just swing down 36th Street, get gas, and head down
Yeah.
to Clyde.
You're not out of your way anyway.
And Marathon has this thing where you put in your code with your phone number and save 5 cents.
Yep.
And then Upside will save me another, 10 cents.
Sure.
Maybe. So I'm saving 15 cents a gallon. I'm all about it.
I don't know. I started drinking pop again. I'm doing a lot of things I shouldn't be doing in my life. But Speedway has it where if you buy 3 containers or three
You save 10 cents.
drinks, you get 10 cents a gallon, right?
3 fridge items.
And so, I mean, shit, I'll go buy, and they have buy one get one free water, so I'm
Yep.
buying 2, and I'm like, well, fuck it. grab the pop because I'm already here, and here's a third item. Or,
Yeah.
If Emerson and Courtney are in the car, I'm like, hey, let's go get a drink because I know that eventually when I go fill up her car, you know what, that little hit isn't gonna bother me as much because
Yep.
I mean, I used to post pictures when my mom was kind of
Yeah.
working Speedway all the time. I'd be like, dude, I filled up my truck for $1.20 or something one time, right? Because the lowest it'll go is 10 cents a gallon or
Yeah.
something. So it must have been $2.50, right? Like I filled up a whole truck, and it makes you feel good. But like, God knows I didn't budget that extra $50 to go somewhere, like literally into beer.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. I give my wife so much credit for reminding me how little fucking money. I mean, I'm looking at it. I used to pay $350 and now I'm paying $550. Okay. So my small ass car, I'm paying $20. Again, I piss away $20. I go to the casino and no problem dropping $100.
And at the end of the day, it's all about perspective, right? So, I mean, we look at inflation. Inflation's at the highest point it's been since the 70s, basically. And, looking at that, is it bad? Yeah, it's bad. But why is inflation that bad? Well, one of the big reasons is because the corporations are taking all the fucking money. So I have another thing here because,
Major corporations, I mean, and I told you what happened. It's funny because it's happening all at the same time, right? When minimum wage goes up, that everything else is going to go up. And it does. But now they're blaming it on inflation. It's like, no, it's strictly corporate fucking greed.
it really is.
Like,
so because I love
and
numbers.
It's funny. You call it greed, and I just call it companies making fucking money. Like if every company folded, who gives a shit?
But is it companies making money or is it certain people in the company?
Both.
So
In theory, a company is just like a house.
it is. Yeah.
Okay. And by that, I mean, it's only valued at what somebody is willing to pay for.
I agree to an extent.
Like
when you look at CEOs, they're getting raises and shit because the board knows that if I give, Jeff Bezos an extra 20 million, I'm probably going to get an extra 5. I mean, that's the shit they look at.
Well, and I don't want to call this out, and it doesn't matter what my wife does and where she works, but right, we were at a benefit, or we were at a thing for people that have been there for
a long time,
and stuff. So me, dumbass that I am, I look up the CEO of the company, and he started out at 400,000 a year, and now he's making 950. And I said, "Huh, you made 50 cents last year, didn't you?" And I was like, and just, all right, so this guy's literally more than doubled his income in, I don't know, a 7-year span.
Yeah.
And you have gotten, I don't know, $3. Like, don't sit here and tell me, oh, it's, equal across the board.
So because I like numbers.
Yeah.
Amazon CEO last year, 212,700,000. Okay. Their average worker salary, 32,800.
Really? But that's including their part-time people.
Well, yeah, it's average worker salary. Nike, 32,900,000. 36,000 for their average worker. This is the shit that starts to irritate me about, corporations. Chipotle.
Mm-hmm.
I eat Chipotle.
Sure.
Not as much
as Qdoba.
But Chipotle, $17,800,000 for their CEO.
Jesus.
Average worker,
3.
15,800. So we did an episode on this.
That one is wow.
Shocking, isn't it? We did an episode on this a little over a year ago. GameStop.
Yeah.
GameStop, CEO.
Yeah.
16,800,000. Average worker,
23.
$12,417.
Part-time people. Huh?
Yeah.
So one thing I will tell you,
Yeah.
and guys, everybody still listening, I want to tell you how sorry I am for not looking up to see when that number came out. Because right, if the average person saved GameStop, like, because we are the average people, right?
Yes.
If we saved GameStop and that guy got a fucking raise, I hope that crashes and burns.
No fucking shit.
He did nothing.
No, he did nothing because
A
the
group of Reddit people.
Reddit people saved that fucking company from bankruptcy.
I mean, they shorted the shit. You know,
Yes,
got rid
they
of the
did.
shorts, right? They got rid of all the shorts, and that was awesome. So, and that's what it takes. And I tell this to people all the time. It takes big group. Again, you see the Starbucks, right?
Yeah,
I mean, they're fucking.
they're getting their first unions.
Did you see the fact that like when they brought the union stuff, they took the floor mats out?
Yes.
Like, here you go, and it was just like,
Union break.
oh, 100%, man. Like, but you gotta be crapping. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't know. And so if it was me, I don't drink coffee. I don't. All right. So,
Yep, same.
but when I do drink hot chocolate, Starbucks hot chocolate sucks. Always has. I will drink Big B. And it's like, man, I'm not a union fan, chief. Right. But like,
I need a liter Coke.
go to these other companies, right? I mean, I will tell you one thing I try to get very socially aware of, but I'm also a cheap son of a bitch, right?
Yep.
Like, when my wife goes and buys coffee on vacation, it's anything, everything she wants, right?
Yep.
When we are randomly having just a day in our life, we will wait until, 2 for Tuesdays at Big B.
Yep.
She gets a coffee, I get a hot chocolate, right? And Emerson gets a free kid. Whatever it would be. But let's say Saturday, when I was coaching soccer,
Yes.
I wouldn't get anything. She would pay full price. We would go to this place called like Wild Roast or whatever the fuck it is in Granville. I'm very much about supporting the small aspect, right?
Yes.
Like, and she would get mad at me because I'd be like, "No, go wait in line," right? Like, "Well, there's a line. I don't want to wait." And I was like, "I don't care if you want to wait or not. Like, you don't see me." And I get that. I get that there's franchisees that are still local, but like the majority aspect of things are not local, right?
So we had that. I mean, we had a
Subway.
local Subway franchisee.
Yep.
And to my knowledge, he's not rolling in money.
I mean,
He's, he's a franchisee who owns a franchise, right?
couple.
Okay, he owns a couple. And you look at some of these franchises, like Wendy's is a great example in this area. 99% of the Wendy's in West Michigan are owned by Meritage, which has millions of dollars.
Right, Meritage, yeah, which is, so when we say Meritage, I guess to be very clear, so you can buy a franchisee or a name, right? So
Mhm.
like a lot of your Little Caesars and stuff like that are franchisees, which means they're a David and Nick who bought the name and the rights to sell it. I have to give you a percentage
Yes.
to sell. And then there's also companies, or the same company. So like there's also Little Caesars or Subways that are owned by the franchise itself. So Subway's CEO technically owns it, and then they have managers and people that run it, and they hire employees, and they do so they do all that aspect for them.
And there's also groups
Correct, right?
that sit there and buy
15 of them at a time.
exactly, and that's what Meritage is. And you look at it. So I know because I read this. They got a bunch of PPP loans, and I mean that's great and all, but did they need PPP loans? Last time I checked, Wendy's didn't close during the pandemic.
Right.
It was still open.
I mean, if you're gonna sit here, and it's funny, say, where was I? I was somewhere yesterday. I don't remember. This is a horrible side story. Now I don't remember half the stuff, right? I'm in line. I'm in line to buy something. Oh, I bought a euro today,
Oh, I love euros.
and
I can't eat them though because I can't eat the sheep.
yeah,
I always see the
lamb.
sheep's face.
It's lamb.
Either way, I see its face and I'm like, I can't eat that.
And the lady's like, "Hey, thanks for being patient." And I was like, "Patient? Man, this is nothing." Like, she goes, "Well, you're better than some people." I was like, "Fuck those people." Like, honestly, like, if I'm in that big of a rush to get something that much, I will run. I have no problem telling people what I need, right?
Yep.
And I think that's the difference between. I posted that on Facebook, right? I'm having a very hard time communicating with introverts versus extroverts because, especially when I get very busy in my life, right? Like, plain and simple. Like, it's not that I had a problem communicating. I mean, you're more of an introvert than I am.
I'm
right?
absolutely an introvert.
Hey, what time do you want to do it today? And I'm just sitting here going, fuck, David, just tell me what fucking time. In my head, I'm just like, dude, just tell me a fucking time because I'm literally busy right now. And I was like, hey, whatever time works for you. And he's like, then all of a sudden I'm busy doing my life, and you text me, and you're like, yeah, let me know. And I didn't read that fucking text because I'm busy. And I get here and I'm sitting here and I get done with my conversation and stuff like that. 'Cause I'm assuming you're on your way. And I read the text and I was like, oh, just let me know when you're on your way. And I was like, well, it looks like I'm going to continue to work. Like, and I wasn't mad. I wasn't upset. Like, I don't care. But the cost was we didn't get to start 20 minutes earlier because I'm a dumbass and like I need to communicate better. Right?
Well, and at the end of the day, I'm sitting there going, okay, well, I'm done working for the day. I had something to do after work. I got that done.
Yep.
And I text you. I'm like, hey, what time looks good? And you're like, well, I'm just waiting, for my wife to come home and take over. I'm like, that's great. I'm sitting here doing nothing. Just let me know when you're on your way.
Yeah, and it's that communication aspect that I need to learn to take that little bit of time to let you know, hey, she's expected this time. Why don't we meet at this time? And we both go, yep, that works, right? Like, and I'm not great at. I'm finding out that I'm not great at it because if this was something that like I needed to do, I would have been like, David, 6:15, boom, we're fucking here.
Yeah.
If you had a problem at that time, you need to come back to me.
Correct.
Because I need to put everything. Like, if I walk into Lowe's, hey, how you doing? I need a refrigerator. I need this. I need less than 66 inches. Oh, hey, let's take a look, right? Like, oh, there's this one. And like, I look at the person like they're fucking dumb because they're like, well, this one's 67. And I'm like, again, less than 66 inches. I don't need to repeat myself twice. I've told you what I need, a refrigerator, and I need it less than this. Pull it up, right? Like, and so
it's the Ron Swanson. I know more.
That's exactly like, and it's not trying to be an arrogant asshole. It's just that's how my brain works.
It's just like, don't waste my fucking time.
It's how my brain works, right? Like, and it's not that you were wasting my time in any way. It was the fact that you were trying to be nice and courteous with my time, and I'm over here like, dude, I have all the fucking time. I'll schedule like you heard my phone go off.
I did
5 times already, right? Like, I will prioritize this because this is more important than that.
And I mean, honestly, if that helps you, I'll just give you a time from now on.
Well, I'm just saying, like, on nights like tonight, normally we talk about it during the week. We're like, hey, 6, 7. If we have guests, you're constant. I mean, when we have guests, it's a great night for you because you're like 6, 7, this.
Yes.
I'm going to be there this early. I'm going to do this. And I'm like, cool, I'll try to show up early. If not, plan on me here. And there's times where I text you and go, I'm going to be real close. Have it ready.
Yep.
Right? Like,
that does happen.
But like I'm very time conscious. I know everything that's kind of going on, right? Like I know you can't, and the hard part is you can't live my life. You can't see what I do.
Correct.
You don't know what I'm like. People always think, oh, he's just sitting at home doing nothing. And it's like, so, all right, we're getting onto another side story. So my father,
yes,
who I have not talked to in
a long time,
7 years.
Yes.
I lie. I seen him the day my daughter was born. He came up to the hospital the next day. That's it. And then we ran into each other at Menards when she was 3 or 4.
Okay.
And then actually my niece's graduation. And my father looks at me and he goes, hey, what are you doing on the 20th? And here it is like the 7th of June, right? Or whatever it may be. I was like, what? Hey, I need a ride from the hospital. I'm having surgery. And I was like, look at my phone. Like, that's what I did. I look at my phone like I was doing. I was like, yep. What time? I got you. And so I go, and my dad's in the recovery room. I sit there, and my dad's wife comes in, and she's like, "Oh, you're not working?" And I was like, "No, I'm working." Like my dad's like, "Oh, yeah, okay." And then my phone goes off. My phone goes off. My phone goes off. Like I do voice to text a lot, and like all of a sudden they're like trying to talk, and I was like, I wasn't lying. Like I'm working. Okay. Like yes, is there a 7-minute stretch where I don't have to technically be answering a phone call or talking? Yes, but otherwise, this is how life goes. And they're like, huh, okay, I kind of understand what you go through, right? Like, and I tell people, I was like, you want to know what it is? Spend a day with me.
Yeah.
I got my first phone call at 7:15 this morning, and my phone's still going off, and here it is 7:15 at night.
Yeah.
Like
7:25.
It'll continue to go. It'll continue to go. And in my brain, and that's why like giving me time to stop and think isn't good for me because I don't know what to do with that downtime.
It almost causes more anxiety.
100%, right? Because I'm like, I should be doing something.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of my mental problems right now is like, if so many things I have to get done and just don't feel like I have enough time to do it. So then when I do that couple of minutes to just relax, I'm like, all I do is think about all the things, and I don't
the
know
things you need to get
I
done.
don't know where to start, right? Because I'm like, if my wife was just like, "Hey, can you go mow the lawn? It looks like shit," I'd be like, "Mowing the lawn." I'm not gonna be happy about it. It's like one time to think, but like at least I'd be doing something
Yeah,
while I think
yeah.
about the next thing, right? And I'd get inside and start throwing dishes and be like, "Yeah, fucking dishes are done too." But like 2 things would be done,
You're right.
right? So
So one of the things, we look at with inflation, because
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna try and pull this back into what we were originally talking about
it
was
was this week.
so what are people valuing while we have this huge inflation problem? I mean, everybody's bitching and moaning. Gas is too high. There's no formula. I can't find toilet paper. Whatever the fuck they're bitching about, right? So
Side note on toilet paper.
you can't find any.
No, we found some. My wife, no toilet paper.
Oh,
And I told her if she ever buys not ultra soft Charmin ever
I
again,
fucking love Charmin too.
I'm gonna divorce her because like I didn't even know I was a spoiled snob, but like ooh,
Some things you are.
yeah, like
You know what I
my
bought?
tushy softness.
You know what I bought?
What's that?
You're gonna fucking lose your shit. I bought a.
I want one, dude.
Oh my god!
I can't wait to come over and crap at your house.
Fucking love it.
It's sick. Sorry. So, right, like, when we talk about the things that people are buying and what they have to constantly spend,
Well,
things that piss me off is we talk about.
before things that piss you off, where I was going with this is people are so willing to pay for experiences.
100%.
They want experiences, not necessarily shit. So, Father's Day, John and I go to Meijer, pick up a few things for.
Yep.
I said, "Hey, I want to go buy toys." She goes, "Why?" I said, "Because I want to see what's out." And she goes, "You don't need any fucking toys." And I'm like, "I didn't say I was buying any. I just want to see what's out."
Yeah.
So we walk down the toy aisle and I see what's out, and I'm like, "Yeah, some of that's cool."
Yep.
And we go get groceries. And she goes, "Why the fuck do you have to go down there?" I'm like, "I just want to see what's out. I literally just want to see what's out. Doesn't mean I'm not going to buy shit. I might."
You see it awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
I was thinking about you guys the other day because there was clearance Yoda
Oh yeah.
at Jennison Meijer, and I was like, "Oh, I don't ever know if they want it and this and that." And I was like, "Yeah," but I look at, and it's funny because I don't look at that shit for me.
Right.
I'm not buying it for Emerson.
You look at other
Like,
people.
Oh God, yeah. I'm like, dude, that'd be kind of a little haha mess with you gift, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I'd Sharpie it, right, Yoder, right on top of it.
So
It's like,
Caitlin has never wanted. Again, here we are off on a fucking tangent. Caitlin has never wanted a costume with a bucket. So a bucket's a helmet.
Mhm.
And I said to her after Lowell Pride, I said, "I think I figured out a bucketed costume." Go ahead.
no, sorry. I want to. This will piss you off, and I'm telling you this from my heart. I'm actually against the Star Wars people doing Pride stuff
Why?
because it's not in the movies aspect.
Yeah, but that's okay.
We don't know if they're. We don't. I don't. To me, it's saying, "Hey, this is how this person feels about it," and like, I want to know who you are as the person, not who you are behind the mask, right? Like, and so
Yeah, but behind the mask,
still,
you don't see what we are behind the mask.
Right.
You only see what, ever character we're portraying.
and so I've never watched the movie, so I don't know, but like, they're just, I don't know. I've always seen the real aspect of things, and so like to me, it's like you're putting in something that's just not the movie portrays, right? And so like, kind of weird to me. Like, I you're going, huh? I don't like. It doesn't bother me in a negative or a positive way. It's just like I don't think that's like that has nothing to do with the movie aspect, right? And I think that's the part that bothers me.
So
It'd be like having Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow being sober,
I could see that.
right? Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that'd be kind of weird.
So for Caitlin,
Yeah.
I'm like, I figured out a costume. She goes, "What?" And I said, "I think you should do a Pride Mandalorian." Now, Mandalorians, they all make their own armor and they can really do any type of color and stuff they want. So, like, there's a,
Is it a bad guy?
I mean, not necessarily. I can't really tell you what it is. I can show you a picture of it. So, like, there's a Chicago Bulls and a Chicago Bears Mandalorian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so and they're cool looking. And I said to her, I'm like, I think you should do a Pride Mandalorian. And I got a hold of a couple of mercs that are really close friends of mine. And I said to Carla, I go, "Carla, what do you think?" She goes, "Oh my god, that's a great fucking idea."
What's a merc?
It's a Mandalorian merc.
Okay, sorry. Let's say,
Yeah. So she's like, that's great. Buy this kit from this person. I'm like, awesome. I said, I'm gonna need your and Brian's help. She goes, we're willing to help.
Yeah.
We're so excited. And I told Caitlin, and she goes, oh my God, Dad, that's great.
And that to me, like that'd be okay, right?
Yeah.
Like because they make their own like thing. But like, so it's not just the pride aspect of what I'm because like I told you the same thing about the Michigan guy, not because it's Michigan State. That's not what pride as like in the movie aspect of things. So like, if it was something that like evolved or blossomed into its own color, like that's pretty fun. Like that's cool. It'd be like so to me,
Well, again, I'm a Muppet as attested, which is not in a movie.
right? And I don't know where that came from. I don't know the backstory. I don't know any part of it.
I can tell you all of that. It's
Off air,
boring
yeah.
for people.
Yeah, and so, but like so, and that's just where I come from is the sense of, well, like that what you're saying. Hey, they make their own stuff. They do this like that. Like, I mean, if you were a knight from, they made their own stuff, and if that happened to be oil rubbed, I'd be like, that's kind of cool.
I saw the stupidest TikTok ever yesterday.
Go on.
It's these two fucking idiots at a Renaissance fair.
Yeah.
And they have one of those knight helmets on, the all metal. And they're whacking each other in the head with basically a fucking board. Until one of them falls off the fucking thing they're sitting on. And I'm like, oh my God, that's a concussion waiting to happen. These two are idiots.
I want you to know you share more TikToks with me than anybody I know, but you didn't share that one.
Then I'm sorry. I do send you a lot of fucking TikToks.
At least go back and get it.
I can find it.
No, so I say it's.
Did I share the one where the kid was washing his balls?
Yes, dude. Courtney even watched that, laughed. No, so like, right, people will spend on experiences, right? Gosh, my Facebook's blowing up with people that are in Disney right now.
I have to say this for a minute. The kid was not washing his balls. He was just standing over a jet shooting up.
I guess, yeah, you should clarify.
I should clarify that. There was nothing bad about it.
Yeah.
The dad goes, what are you doing? He goes, I'm washing my two balls.
Yeah, and this kid, young. He had a bathing suit on. He was fully covered.
Yeah, there was nothing nefarious about any of it.
Yeah, no,
I have to throw that disclaimer in there.
Now that we say that and we know this, people haven't seen this.
Yes.
Video. Yes.
Anyways, as you were saying.
Some people will pay for experiences and they don't want shitty experience.
Well, again, we're paying for an experience.
Yep.
We're going on a cruise together. Me, my wife,
Mhm.
Mike,
Mhm.
Caitlin,
Mhm.
you, Courtney. Is Emerson coming?
We don't know yet.
Okay, so
Have
maybe
you guys
Emerson.
bought your flight yet?
Oh my God, I gotta fucking get a hold of American.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So bought my flights.
Yeah.
And I got it with American because they were cheapest at the time. I gotta change things, so they changed one of the flights.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at it, and our flight home leaves at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you won't be back in port.
It ports at 7. I'm like, there's no fucking way we can make that.
Nope.
So I go to change it.
Cost you money.
It does, and that's fine. But I pay for it, and it goes, we're sorry, you timed out. Okay, so I do it again. We're sorry, you timed out. So I do it a third time. We're sorry, you timed out. I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it on a different computer. Charge me 3 fucking times.
And I look at the things that people are willing to pay for right now and what they want to do, and I think like so we talk about break room, right?
Yeah.
Break room is an experience, right? If you haven't done it, it's something very fun. I mean, it took me forever to come here, right?
Almost 3 years.
Say right, almost 3 years. It's you have to get to a point where you understand, hey, I have friends that are going to the Dude Ranch, right, out in Montana, and I make fun of them because they're going to pay to work. They're cleaning up, horse crap and cow crap while also wrangling cattle on a 50,000 acre ranch. And but they feed you breakfast in the morning. I'm like, you're paying $7,000 to just to work. And that's a business I need to get into, right? Like I can run my business while having other people pay to run my business.
That's a good deal,
and
right?
You talk about we're going on the cruise, like you guys went to Chicago, right? Like we're talking about every time you go on vacation, it's right? And people are we were cooped up for a long time, and people either budgeted or they didn't. And you know, because I know some people that didn't. Let's say save their money, right?
Yes.
They didn't care. They knew their job was secure. They did things, and so all they did with their extra money was buy, you know, a bigger TV, or they got a new car. Or they did things. Where some people have saved their money, and now Airbnb is flourishing. I mean, it's going crazy. Like people are going to places that they didn't know they can go, and hey, we'll just get there. You know, airlines are kind of screwing up right now, they're canceling everything.
I mean, they're totally fucked. But again, they're stupid.
Well, I mean, it's just their problems are staffing problems. Their problems are, you know, how do I? They're trying to profit money.
Overbooking flights.
They have to try to profit this money, right? I mean,
Yeah, but again, you could do your business in a way
that's
where not only are you making money,
Yep.
but you're making people happy.
it's a hard line though. That's okay. So I'm glad you said that because
Mhm.
this is where you and I differ. Okay, that's why a good CEO is very important, and that's why they make more money, right? Now that the CEO
Okay.
of the airlines is failing, should they get a dock and pay? No, they should get something, and they should have things set in stone. So we should see changes. But the problem is the television never tells you how they're working on it because just like in your job, you don't know how Ummer is getting better at his job or whatever. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't impact your side of the job. So that full responsibility and that company is gonna fail or succeed on the shoulders of the person that's gonna make it better, right?
Yeah.
The first company that comes out, I hope it's fucking Agent for the Las Vegas what are they called? Vegas Raiders something?
What, the football team?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're Raiders.
Right? So like I hope and it's sponsored by Legion Air. So I hope they just come out and go, we won't cancel any flights unless it's due to storms, but we're gonna book everything. And it's like, people are gonna fly more Allegiant, right?
Yeah.
Once they guarantee not to cancel due to staffing shortages and figure out how to like just pay an extra person to be on standby, you'll be golden. It's not that easy. I get that, but right? Hey, we won't cancel it, but we'll, you might have a $2 delay because we have to fly a new pilot in, and he has to get here.
Well, and that's one of the things that we deal with business here. So, we are busy from September through May.
Yep.
June, July, and August, not so much. So, of course, we have employees now that are like, well, I need my hours. And of course, Don's like, I'm going to give you as many as I can, but I'm sorry, we're not as busy in the summer. So sometimes I'm going to have to call you off.
Yeah.
And some people don't understand. I mean, when I started my first job, I got called off all the time.
And that that's hard, right? Because you feel like you don't know how the budgeting is, but like
right,
when, and to me it's completely different because you're gonna also call that person in the wintertime when you're overbooked. Hey, can you come in, right? You're gonna make them take time off, and it's like there's got to be the smart business person says, hey, I'm gonna give you this PTO bank that is gonna be for the summer, and I'll pay you just not to fucking be here. It won't be as much. It won't be like I'll guarantee you some type. Right?
Well, see, and with us, like if you're not on schedule, and we ask if you're available, you have every right to say no.
Mhm.
Nope, I'm not available. Can't come in.
Mhm.
Great. We'll move on to somebody else. And if that means Dawn and I are the only people here, that means Dawn and I are the only people here.
Right. And as long as your employees see that and know that, that's fine, right?
Well, and she said it a million times. Staffing here is my issue.
Yep.
It's not yours as an employee.
Yep. Well, that's and most companies won't do that, right? Like I am and was a sucker, right? Well, hey, and we're gonna be really short. Could you come in because this guy's got his daughter's dance recital. This kid's got this, and it's like, yeah, man, I'll cover it. I got your back, right? You know what I got for that?
Nothing.
My fucking 4 hours of work today.
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
right? Like, but hey,
Regular pay.
Yeah. If I wanted to take a mental health nick day just to go wake up at 6 a.m. to go golfing, because I used to work at 3 a.m., right? So 6 a.m. was sleeping in. If I wanted to go golfing, be like, hey, I don't want to come in. I'm going to go golfing in the morning. can you push that back to like 8? I mean, yeah, I could, but I don't fucking want to, right? Like, but I never said that, right? I'd be like,
Right.
oh, what do you need, man? Like, I got you. And that's what but that's what hurts the most about getting fired,
Yes,
right? Is anything they needed,
you were willing to do.
100% there,
Yeah.
right? Like, yeah, hey, we need you to do like when I got fired, right? It was, hey, anybody that wants to work can come in and work. If you don't want to work, that's fine. And I'm like, look, is everybody getting 40 hours? Nope, they're getting 20. You'd give them 22, right? Give them my 20 hours. We'll split it between my 11 people that I work with. Give them 22 hours. You're not paying them anymore. Technically, I make just as much, if not more than them type thing. Like, give them their hours, right? Oh, it wasn't looked on like that, right? And to me, it's like, geez, gotta be like, I didn't claim any money.
You're right.
It's just, I've bent over backwards for you, and you're literally going to be like, we're good. We didn't need you when we were really slow. We don't need you when we're really busy.
Did you see what I posted yesterday?
No.
So I don't get on Facebook often. I don't post a lot,
Yeah.
but I posted yesterday because I got a HR rep messaging me,
Did see
Yeah.
this? Hell yes.
and they want me to go for this job because we see you have a degree in finance
Hell yeah, I do.
and you're interested in healthcare. Okay. Mind you, nothing they send me shows me what this job pays.
Yep.
So I go look into it. Pays $15 an hour. So I messaged them back. I said, I make this.
Yeah.
Working from home. So thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah.
And kindly go fuck yourself.
I got I have 41 or sorry, excuse me, 81 phone calls. So I pulled they had my credit pulled for because I'm buying another house. I'm doing it with hard money.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in another episode. Oh, it shows I'm buying a house. I have 81 phone calls from people going, hey, I can do a better rate, I can do this. And so I literally just, hey, I'm good. Oh, well, let me do this. Look, I'm closing on the 27th, maybe the 28th. Can you close in 6 days? Well, and I had one guy, I can do 10. I'm sorry, I didn't stutter. I'm not trying to be a dick. Can you close in 6 days? Well, if things change, let me know. Nope. Like, if it doesn't get funded by the company I'm using, I'll pay cash. Well, why would you do that? Because I want to buy the fucking house. Like, how hard is this? Like, again, you can't think what I think, and you don't know. Like,
Yep.
and people, I think people don't understand how like honest I am. Like, I will give anybody a chance, right? If you earn that chance. If you came to me and said, "Hey, Nick, I'll give you," I'll just be honest, $140,000 is what I need. If you said, "Hey, Nick, I'll give you $140,000. I can beat the rate that you're doing," I'd be like, David, okay, I'll give you your 6% that you need, and like we'll call it a day, right?
Yeah.
I would know that you would do this. So I'm sitting here going, again, I've given it to everybody. They're like, hey, tell me what your rates are. Send me over the sheet. Wait, you want me to work? Like, I'm sorry, no. Again, here's the questions I have for you. So we're gonna go into the real estate side of things. Can you beat my current percentage? Can you close in the time frame that I need? Can you understand the fact that if you screw up, you're going to have to pay me money because I'm going to make you sign a document that says I officially can do this? Because if not, I'm paying cash.
Yeah.
Well, if you have cash, why don't you just buy it right out? Well, that's a me problem and a me issue I have to figure out. Why am I not doing it? Well, here's multiple reasons. One, I'm not sure I'm comfortable with spending that kind of money at this exact moment because I don't know where the economy's headed. And I don't know if I want that money sitting out there. And it doesn't affect you, right? Number two, if I can build a relationship with the person, guess what's going to happen when the economy goes fucking lower and people are starting to foreclose? Oh, hey, man, you were borrowing money when we were at 8%, and now things have changed. And guess what? I'm going to be the first person to be like, hey, I need a loan. They're going to go, hell yeah, Nick, we got you.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
I will pay money to guarantee myself money in the future, right? So sure, am I paying $6,000 for a loan of $140,000? Yes. Like, that's a cost I've already built in. And guess who ate that cost? This shit wasn't me. It was the buyer. It was the seller, right?
Yeah.
Hey, man, this is how much it's going to cost me. I don't want to pay cash. Well, if you're willing to pay this amount of money, like, this is what we need. Okay, we're both in agreements. Great, let's sign the contract. I built it in. Like, that's how I do things, right? And guess what? If they said, "Hey, we can't do that," guess who would have paid cash, right? Because
You would've.
It would have been the deal I needed, right? Like I know what my numbers are. I know what I want. I get that not everybody has that luxury to sit here and pay cash for things, but it's not like I'm doing it on a multi-billion-dollar level.
Well,
Yeah.
and getting into the real estate aspect here, so a lot of these houses and rentals have been bought up for the last several years by investment firms, BlackRock or whoever.
Sure. Zillow, I mean, so
Yeah.
their own.
Zillow, absolutely.
You have multiple places. I mean, so we'll go back to it. I got a text message from a company out of California. I'm going to throw up numbers real quick.
Absolutely.
You tell me how this feels. I mean, so I just because I sent it to a friend of mine because I was like, hey, this is what they said. My legal name,
Mhm.
which is the long version of Nick.
Yep.
It said, you recently acquired about a mortgage. I want to give you a second opinion. We have 2.5 30-year amortization, 2.5% interest, a 6-month arm
Mm.
with no points. And I'm like, that's a golden steal, right? Like it gives me 6 months for so cheap. Like that's old school rates.
Yeah.
We'd love to get you a comparable quote, APR 3.12. So just to let you guys know how that is figured. Okay, so 2.5% interest rate, right, is what I would have over the life of the loan. The APR, and they say no points, which means I'm not paying them
Yep.
any fee. Points is a percentage of the amount borrowed to get there. And then they come and say 3.12 APR. And that means the difference between those two is my fee is say to take the loan, right? So over the course of 1 year, annual percentage rate, right? So a 1 year rate. So between 2.5 and 3.12 would be how much in fees I'm actually paying
Yeah,
for.
0.6 something.
Right. So that's how, but so 0.6 would equal in this case, I don't know, $900 or something, whatever it would equal throughout the course of the loan. But again, no points that they said on the loan. It's an amazing program. Interest is interested in callback, not interested, or simply call back the number. And I was like, man, that's a good deal. Like, because at 6 months, I could purchase this, do my early payoff, get it done. Technically, go into this in 6 months and then do a refi into something else if it's lower. I texted back because I don't really care, and I said that's not bad. How quick can you close? Because if they can do it in 6 days, they didn't respond. So I might give them a call, and I still have 6 days until I can put it. If I pony up my cash and they can close me on a refi at that price, like of a long story. I don't think we want to get into this episode. Of kind of how it works. It's like a reverse financing.
Yeah.
I front the money, they technically write the loan and get it done. Sometimes you have to do that just to let you guys know. If you're in real estate, right? Sometimes they'll do a reverse, not a reverse mortgage, but it's like what they hold the money, right? So they say, hey, we'll pay you to actually front the money, and we'll give you this rate. And I've done that because they can't close in the time frame, right? Like I have people that are like, hey, I need to close in 7 days. Title company gets all their stuff in. And I'm like, hey, I need to borrow money. They're like, we can't close till 14. We have to get money from blah blah. So basically, I front the money in the 7 days. They pay me back my 7 days worth of interest that I've paid, and then they give me the loan because they're making 3.5%, right? Or I mean, at that point, it'd be 2.5. So I'm like, yeah, I'll front the money, and you just give me the loan, so it all goes back into my pocket, and then I pay you my interest, and you're going to make your money.
So I've had a lot of people come to me lately, and they're like, so is it a good time to buy? And everybody that comes to me is not looking for an investment. So they're not you.
100%.
And I say, yeah, if I was you, I'd wait 6 months. What do you mean?
Give me your, keep going.
I would wait 6 months just to see where we're headed.
Fuck that.
Because prices have been so fucking high that if you give it some time here, it's going to start coming back down.
What is?
Prices.
Okay.
True. Interest might get another 0.25% hike. The Fed's looking at hiking it, and we can go into why that's a good thing or a bad thing. They're hiking it to control inflation, which it is not controlling inflation at all.
Dude, it just started.
But it's not going to control the inflation issues that we have.
The inflation issues that you and I see.
Correct.
And I'm not trying to say that that are listening are not smart enough, but right, like we talk about people buying crazy. I mean,
Yes.
dude, interest rates on cars are still very low.
Yes, they are.
The inflated price of a car, we talk about it all the time. How much it pisses me off that a new Ram 1500 is $80,000, and just back in 2000, it was
And you and I are running out and buying 3, right?
a fact, right?
Yeah.
Like, but you look at the price. So, is now the time to buy? My answer is yes.
Reasons.
Reasons. People that are selling at this point know that interest rates are up, and
Mhm.
so they're willing to negotiate on their price.
To an extent, you're right.
100%.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's not the greatest if that's what you're asking me.
I'm asking for if you're going to get an advantageous house
Yep.
at a not necessarily a rate you can afford, but maybe a price you can afford.
Right, you can afford.
Is it better to do it now, or let's see where it goes?
I personally do not believe that the pricing of housing, except for anything above 300,000, will actually change. Okay, the
Yeah.
days of buying $5,000 houses fucking over, right? Like, unless you're balls deep into it, like, hey, how much you want for this thing? Dude, we'll just get rid of it. Like, you're in Muskegon Heights, like $10,000 house, but like, I personally don't see this falling. Like, the average house is 240 in Grand Rapids, I think, or 220. I don't know. It might be higher, but like that average price, yeah, like it's
See, and I'm not so
interest
sure.
rates. Oh,
So Caitlin's condo is a good example.
Yep.
She bought her condo December of 20.
Yep.
Paid 132,000, which is the same price I paid for my house in 2007.
Yep.
The condo right next door sold a couple months ago, 150,000.
$1,000 increase.
If you wait 6-8 months,
Yep.
I bet you could get that place for 135.
No, I mean, because there's not enough inventory in that low price, people are just gonna have to bring up their budget. Like, you're not gonna see, and I mean this in a respectful way, you're
Right.
not gonna see the $15 an hour person buying a single family house unless they have somebody move in with them and do that. Like,
You're not going to see the
investors-
$22 an hour person buy a house.
130, okay? So
Mhm.
like me as an investor, 130, right? And I know the area in Wyoming she's in.
Mhm.
Let's just fuck that it's a condo and your rules, okay? Mortgaging 130,000 at this price is $900, let's say, right? A month
Okay,
for
yep.
6.5-7% interest. Okay. $900. Now, 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom.
Yeah, basically.
So it's a little smaller, but it has a garage. I mean, let's just say it's 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom. That's gonna rent currently at $1,250. And not great numbers, still numbers, okay? And then over the course, you're hoping that goes up. Now, if it's 3 bedrooms, right? And let's say then because there's condos in that area, there are 3 bedrooms, okay? Still purchasing for 130, 140, that puts me at $1,000. That's a $1,400, $1,500 a month rental. Okay, so investors are always going to scoop up that small stuff because that $500 gap. Now, assholes like me, we're going to go pay cash, right? Again, that takes me less than 10 years to get my money back.
Yeah.
Right. So at 1,300, that gives me 130,000, 10 years to get it back. I don't have to put money into it. In theory, knock on wood, if because her place was updated, it was beautiful, it blah blah. I mean, my CapEx doesn't have to, like, let's just say CapEx is based off of a 20-year. So capital expenditures, God, just to get into this, roofs, furnaces, water heaters, blah blah, refrigerators. Okay, so I'm gonna have to buy a refrigerator once every 10 years, 7 years, whatever it is. So I'm buying 2. That's $900 or $1,800, like for the 2 times. The roof is never gonna have to get done for the 20 years because hers is brand new. But again, saying this is a house, not a condo.
Right.
Right? Like the things that you're gonna have to do, you can prolong that capex. And now, honestly, I'm willing to play that 10-year game because $1,500 rent is looking a hell of a lot better later versus that mortgage payment that could go up, could go low. Like, and if I'm paid back in a 10-year period, I'm 33. I am 33. Say 33 years old. I mean, that's 10 years. I'm 43. I'm paid off. I'm paid back, right? In
Yeah.
full.
Yeah.
53. I doubled my money if everything stays the exact same. And now, okay, 130,000. Let's say I put a roof on that. Let's say I put a furnace into it. Let's say I put a water heater into it. Okay. So at current rates, I'm 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm $12,000 deep into this. Okay. So out of the 130,000, I've profited 110. I don't care, right? $110,000 profit. 43. So I'm 53, or sorry, 53. I'm profiting. 63. I've now profited even more. But we all know how rent works and inflation. That rent when I'm 63 is going to be fucking $5,000 a month. Like,
Oh, and I
in
mean,
theory,
you're looking at this as purely an investor.
100%. But as a house owner, so here's what I go with, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to own a house within 6 months in order to refinance.
Yes.
Okay. To cash out refinance. If you want to refinance early, fine. Now let's say something dramatic happens in the next 6 months. Interest rates go low, inflation beats itself. Go back and refinance that fucking because you got it at the lower price. And I don't think that prices are going to come lower. Only thing that's going to change out of this interest rates are they're going to go lower or higher. The buying power for the people with $300,000 is okay. They're going to have to start settling for $250,000 houses as much as every way or every price that you go to, right? Like if you can only afford 120, now you can afford 100. You can afford 200, now you can afford 140s, or sorry, 160s. It's just how much a house. But there's not enough inventory out there at the lower 300s to make a difference. So if you're looking to buy a house, go buy it, fuck up the price, but just understand that you're not going to get what you could have got. And it doesn't matter, I could have got this, coulda, shoulda, woulda, right? Go buy the goddamn house and you're going to be fine.
See, and part of my worry is, okay, so let's say you go and you find this $130,000 plate.
Yep.
And you decide, okay, well, I have to have this. I'm going to pay 160.
Yep.
What happens in 6, 8, 9 months when you can't make these bills anymore?
You should buy the fucking house.
You understand that, and I understand that. But what led to the 2008 crash? People buying shit that they couldn't fucking afford on rates that they knew were not going to last.
I see. Okay, so don't go buy arms, right? Which is why I guess I was reading that text, right?
Yeah.
Don't buy arms unless you have the fucking nuts to. Because you and
You
I
have to be a gambler.
You and I both know that rates are
Yes.
at 7%, right? You have to be dumb to not know that, and I mean that in a nice way.
And I was asked by a friend, she just bought a condo in Sparta, and she goes, well, they're talking to me about an arm. And I'm like, no, don't fucking do it. And I said, call this guy. And I gave her Rob's number.
Cool. She should have bought the duplex I have for sale in Sparta. Not the condo, right? Could have lived for half price. Especially from the investment side. Like you're gonna see, I mean, I still see people buying like crazy.
Mhm.
I still see house hacking as a big thing happening. I there's no excuse not to buy a house right now. The only thing you need to know is the house you were gonna buy isn't what you were gonna get. Okay. And so the only reason not to buy is if you really want that $300,000 house and that's top of your budget and God, don't go buy that. Like just be comfortable renting, but your rent price is only gonna go up. Understand that. Put your money to where it needs to go. Don't stop yourself because can interest rate change? I mean, like don't see how they won't get to 8% by the end of the year.
Oh yeah, totally.
I don't see how they couldn't get lower after this economy starts. Right? Like we are in a spot where You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't, right?
Absolutely.
We talk about it back, back years ago, your parent, I remember 17% interest rates, and I can get land contracts at 10%.
Early 80s, late 70s. Yeah.
Right. Like, I mean, this was a thing. So
I've heard the stories for the last 3 weeks on, oh my God, we used to line up for gas. Don't you remember that? And I said, Mom, I was like 2.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
So, my opinion is don't give people that idea to not buy house. Again, this is all opinion. I'm not an expert. I personally have been sheltered my whole life because I started in 2010 when interest rates were lower. The economy wasn't doing great, and then I haven't felt that low aspect. Rent, okay. So now if people like the idea that jobs are still out there and people are still hiring like crazy, which means income's coming in and people could still afford it, right? The low inventory of lower priced housing is what's going to stop us from having a price difference, right? When you look at the $300,000 threshold in our area, so if you're listening and you're from New York, okay, 300,000 means nothing. Well, I guess like Manhattans and things like that. California, right? A $300,000 house is nothing, but so figure out what your average home cost in the area is, and I don't see anything below that average getting any cheaper. Above the average, yes, okay, you have negotiation skills and abilities to buy something bigger, okay? Because it takes a lot to get a $400,000 house, and you might be able to steal that thing for what would now be 375, 360, right? To make your payment kind of where you want it to be. It won't be perfect. It'll be higher than what it should have been, but it's not where it was at that point. People to buy a higher end house and they can afford that. Sure, I think honestly, don't stop them from buying it. Just explain to them that that's where your negotiations are going to happen. Lower end, you're just not going to get the lower end. The higher end, dude, you'll negotiate, right? You'll negotiate like crazy. But one thing I will tell you, I will start seeing is, you're not getting the HELOCs anymore, like on the lower price. So like people can't get bailed out of their credit card debt. They can't get bailed out of their car debt. They can't. If you ask me, will you see foreclosures happening? That's a whole different conversation.
150%.
Right.
And the people I know,
Fact.
none of them are going to buy at the high end.
Well, I mean, you do honestly socialize a little bit more with people that have their shit together. I'll put it that way, right? Like,
I mean, they have their shit together, but that doesn't mean they have money.
Yeah, but they know where they are, I guess, right? Like,
So you mean old people?
the lady that hates me. I don't remember her name.
Ashley?
No, her too. Dawn's not friends with her anymore.
Dawn's not friends with. Oh yeah,
the teacher lady.
Yeah, she's an asshole.
Yeah, but like, right? Like, I'd love to see if she's still living with her in-laws, right? I mean, it's been.
I can't answer that.
It's been like 4 years or something, right? Like, I can only.
I'll bet she is.
I can only guide you to water. I can't force you to drink.
That's a true story, right?
So, right, like, again, if you go buy a house and you fail, ask yourself why. And if you go to buy a house and you succeed, ask yourself why. It's not because, oh, Nick gave me the greatest advice in the world. No, all Nick said was don't be scared, go do it, but know your numbers. Buy a lower end house and you're going to pay the price. Buy a higher end house and you can negotiate that price, right? So if you're, and again, you know me, you know who I am and how I'm going to negotiate.
Yeah.
Right? If there's a house listed for 400,000 that's been on there for a month, guess who's offering $300,000 for the house, right?
Well, and that's a smart thing to do.
100%, God. And granted, and people are like, oh, I'm not going to offer 25% lower. Fuck you.
Fuck yeah.
Like, dude, if the only reason I want to become a real estate agent is literally so I can just write offers to teach all these people.
So here's a question.
Yeah.
I have a $400,000 house.
Uh-huh.
It's been on the market for 30 days. You come and you say, I'll give you 3.
Yep.
Let's say I turn around and go, yeah, I can't go that low. But I could go 330.
That's a $70,000 savings.
And what are you going to say to that?
Oh, fuck, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Like $70,000 savings right there. Because we know that the house is worth 400,000. I mean, the appraisal is going to come in and do this. Granted, it might start lowering the appraisal gap again for higher end things, but that lower end stuff, bud, you're not going to get yourself out of it.
So I mean, let's for a minute look at my house.
Yeah.
Okay, you've been to my house. You know what my house is like.
Yep.
I'll have my house paid off in 8 years.
Yeah.
So let's say 8 years from now, let's just look forward.
Look forward.
I have no debt.
Yep.
Okay, it's paid off.
Well, I mean, you're gonna have debt.
But I don't have that.
You know, house debt.
Right. Let's
It's
say
low taxes.
I put it on the market. Right now it's probably worth 250.
Yep.
I owe about 90,000.
Yep.
Let's say I put it on the market 8 years from now for 400,000 because I like that. That's good. And let's say the market will bear that.
Yep.
And people are like, well, you're right on top of your neighbors and you really don't have a yard and we're just not interested in that.
Yep.
I don't owe anything.
Yep.
Right? I have another house down in Plano. What would you do? It's been sitting there for 45 days.
Am I you?
No, you're you.
Oh, I'm me. Oh man, I throw an offer, right?
Right.
I say,
Because
hey,
what's the worst that's going to happen?
you're gonna say no.
Right.
Right. Like if you're listing it for 400, I mean, let's
Mhm.
say it's worth 400 all day, every day, okay? But it's been sitting there because you haven't updated, you haven't done things, right? I'm gonna walk in. Oh shit! These walls need painted. The floors need done. I'm gonna redo the bathroom. I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna take the upstairs. I'm gonna put central AC in.
Mhm.
Okay. Hey, I'm at. Give me rough numbers. I'm at $30,000 in repairs.
Okay.
To get it to where I want to be, that I see at a 410 price. Okay. And I'm gonna offer you 60,000 less, so that way I can double my money of what I put into it, right? So I'm gonna offer you 340. Like I don't do work for free, and people don't understand that, right? Like,
Right.
I as much as I like to and I want to, that's why I haven't grown so much in the past couple of years, right? Because I refuse to pay for what I earn.
Mhm.
And I mean that in the way of, again, if I'm gonna go flip a property, sure, the house can be worth two. So I'm buying the house. We'll walk through this. I have
Yeah.
no problem sharing my numbers. Okay. So I give people advice all the fucking time. You know this. And I tell people all the time, I'm like, hey, go on Facebook, just say, hey, I'm looking to buy a house.
Yep.
Anybody willing to sell in this area? You don't know if my parents might be moving.
I saw you on a fucking garage sale page.
Exactly it. Right?
And lady goes, yeah, I'm selling the house. And
Guy.
Nick goes, was it a guy?
Yeah.
Nick goes, I'll pay cash. And she's like, or he's like, what are you talking about? And somebody else chimes in going, yeah, I know him. He'll definitely pay cash. And then, of course, I chimed in going, yep, he will absolutely pay cash.
Yeah. So, right. Guy goes, hey, there's a moving sale, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
And moved my dad to Tennessee. And I said, well, is the house for sale? And he goes, and the guy comes back and he goes, would you pay 110? Here I am. I look it up. Mind you, I own 5 houses literally north side, not south side. I
Yeah.
own 5 houses north side of 40, right?
Yeah.
In that same fucking block. So I know values, and I'm like, okay, the south side's a little higher. And he goes, hey, would you take 110? Or he goes, would you pay 110? Fuck yes, I would. Worth 220 all day? Like, at what condition can I be? Like, all of a sudden, I get in my car. I tell my wife, I was like, hey, I gotta go. I'm gonna go buy a house. She goes, what? And I was like, I'm going to buy a house. Show up and I was like, hey, I'm looking for, let's call him Steve.
Mhm.
I said, hey, Steve, I'm here to look at the house. He goes, oh shit, like
You were
yeah.
serious.
And I was like, yeah, you mind if I go take a look? And he goes, no, everything here is for sale. And I said, cool, burn this key, keep this. And he goes, yeah. I look at it, I walk through. Bedroom count is different than what it says online, this and
Okay.
that. And I go, yep, you have a deal. And he goes, what? I was like, I'll pay you what you want. Like, that's what you want, I'll give it to you. And it needs, in my opinion, $35,000, maybe 40.
Okay.
I'm gonna borrow 30,000 for it because I'll pay the other a little bit. Because of where I'm comfortable at my
Yeah.
payment. and so I'm just gonna get it done.
Mhm.
But you look at it and you say, hey, what does somebody need out of this thing, right? Like, come to find out, basically, he owes 55. He wants to double, if he gets 110, that's double what he owes.
Mhm.
He's going to pocket money. He's going to be happy.
Mhm.
And then people are going to go, well, why would you steal that from him? Okay, this guy is older. His son's willing to take him to live with him. They have $0 to fix the place up. Mind you, he has a brand new furnace because he was living freezing for the entire year because he had no heat.
Mhm.
And so a company came in and was like, hey, we'll sponsor you, we'll do whatever, like call it our gift from God,
Yeah.
and we'll do furnace in. So we get a furnace. Like, they have no, well, there's money into the house.
Mhm.
You have to also understand that banks won't lend on things that need that much work, right? Like, yes, I can get it done for inexpensive because I'm willing to sit here and do the work. Like, the roof is literally shot. It's going to cost me $9,000 by itself.
Yeah.
$7,000 doesn't matter. Like, banks won't lend on things that they can't get their money out of, and so I didn't. He threw the number at me. I said yes. I'm coming through with everything. The only thing that has changed from when I originally said I will pay you cash is the fact that I'm going to borrow money.
Mhm.
And the borrowing money, technically, it's not a lie because it's still going to be cash in his pocket.
Mhm.
And he goes, hey, we want to get some things out of here. We want this. And I was like, cool. So you're not wanting to like actually sell tomorrow. He goes, yeah, no, we gotta get some things. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna go get hard money on this, right? So I'm gonna borrow David's money.
Yep.
David, hey, I need you to liquidate a few things so you can give me $110,000, and
Mhm.
I want repair money because I'm greedy. Don't want to put any money into it. So
So you want 140?
I do, right? And so all of a sudden you're like, yep, I got 140 for you. Hey, we'll close when you need. Hey, guy, when do you want to close? Honestly, near the end of the month, how's the 28th? Because I'll drive up here. We'll do this on this Friday or whatever. We'll close. We'll give you this, and then we'll go back down to wherever the hell they're going. And I was
Right.
like, dude, honestly, works perfect for me. If and he's like, hey, you mind if my dad stays here for the dude? If we close and you want to stay there an extra 20 days, get all your crap together, yeah, I can work with that too. Why? Because that's what people don't understand. I was like, honestly, I'm here on your time frame. The price we agree upon. If you stay days, sure, we might have to renegotiate. Pay me rent, let's take it off the price, right? Do this, take it off the price. Like, you want to take, hey, I'd really like to take the, I don't know,
Month of July.
right? Like, I want to take the water heater. Hey, man, that's, if it was meant to be, that's the, I've never run into that, right? But like, okay, let's just say
$500.
let's say there's a fucking chandelier in here that's worth $10,000 that's hanging down. Yeah, I'd really like to take that chandelier. That's a $10,000 chandelier, bud. I'm gonna replace it with a $12 boob light. That's what we call them, right? The round ones. So yeah, am I gonna negotiate that price because I can't sell that thing? Sure, right? Like, that's a thing, but I I'm very open and I'm flexible with everybody, right? Like, whatever you need, I'm here for you, bud. To help them out even, right? And this is the thing. So this is a hoarder house. Let's just call it
Oh.
hoarder and then some. Hey, tell you what, leave everything you don't want. I'll get my own trailers or my own dumpsters and I'll take care of it all. Really? We're gonna stay here and empty it. No, man, get yourself down to where you're going. I will throw everything, take what you need, and I will throw everything out. Man, that'd be so much help, right? Heck yeah. Well, I didn't renegotiate price, right? Like, I know it's gonna help them. I didn't do that. Like,
Sure.
so I'm purchasing because people don't have the opportunities or the knowledge to get to that opportunity, right? So again, ignorance, right? Like, they people want to just move on with their life. They don't want to sit here and worry about things. So go back to your place. So like,
Yeah.
$400,000. I'm gonna look at you and you have another house.
Yeah.
Now, problem with you is it's already paid off.
Yes.
The problem with you is, you don't need
I
to
can
sell that.
sit on it if I
Right.
want to.
The other but now if you were to sit here and go, hey, we want to buy a vacation place in Florida, that's what I have. I have fucking
You have
leverage.
money, yeah.
That's leverage, right? Like, you're taking 350. Why? Because you want to go to Florida. You hate Michigan at this. It's the middle of winter. You're cold. You're tired of paying this gas bill. You want to be in Florida. You have the place up here for in Plainwell,
Yeah.
and you want that place. You want to go to Florida right now. Guess what? $350. I mean, yeah, okay, that's a good price. I wouldn't pay it, but like $320, sure, okay. You know what? I'll sit on it until summer. Okay, I'll make the $7,000 in payments because you're done with it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get you to Florida. I'm gonna get you in your RV that has AC. I'm gonna get you to play golf. I'm gonna get you to do whatever you need. Like it's a sales technique. Like it how things work.
So while we're talking about, what you're willing to do, what other people are willing to do. So today is a special day for me.
Congrats.
Thank you. Today is the day I did not die 1 year ago. Because they finally decided to do some shit to keep my ass alive.
Everybody blame David why we haven't been so perfect on our podcast. Once that day hit,
Definitely my fault.
we were done so.
So Nick's making a lot of noise here hitting the microphone.
So I'm just letting you
I mean, the
guys-
rest of that sounds good, but you keep hitting the microphone. So yeah, a year ago I tried to die,
I'll pour it away.
and I was talking to Caitlin, and I'm like, if I would have died, you would have sold everything, right? She goes, I would have kept like 2 things. So
You know, my dumb
happy I didn't die, day.
happy you did not. You know, the funny thing is I wouldn't have even paid Caitlin for them. I would have just stolen them and felt good about it for the rest of my life.
The Step Brothers
Salem Brennan. Yeah.
Funko Pops.
Like I would have stole them. I would have taken pictures on a constant basis and sent them to Caitlin.
Of what they were doing.
Oh my god, right? Like I'm gonna teabag your jump set. And that's what I say. Like, and I'm sending them to Caitlin, and Caitlin would be like, I want those, and I'd be like, nah, I'm gonna give you $2 for them, right? Like your dad would have wanted. Hey, okay.
Honestly, I probably would have.
Oh my god, dude. Like, you know, the random day, like I would send something to Donna. She'd be like, what are you talking about? And I was like, I'm not calling him dad. She's like, who? Like, you just don't get it.
You reek of scotch and cheesecake.
Like the only thing I know.
You know what I got for Christmas?
A crush. All right, like I mean, am I gonna go purchase the house? No, I'll help sell. I'll help do everything, right? But like, my fee is those two. Right? It's like doing it for free.
Well, again, we had that episode a little over a year ago where I said, hey, if I die, I need you to do this.
Yeah.
And people were like, yeah, that's kind of morbid. That's not going to happen. Yeah, that almost happened.
Yeah, I say it.
Yeah.
That's called life.
I was real fucking close.
Yep.
So we win the first game in districts, right? Yep. And we beat the 9th ranked team in the state. And we're talking to him afterwards, and he gets done talking, and he goes to me, and I said, so a year ago when I was trying to die, and he walks past me, he goes, say it that way. But that's the truth.
Yeah, who's that?
I mean,
my body was trying to kill myself.
Right. My brain didn't want to die, but the rest of me was like, fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah, it's like, peace, I gotta go. Oh, and that's, and so I guess I want to hit on that. Okay, interest rates.
Mhm.
Are they going up? Yes.
Yeah.
Right? The only way the US government is smart enough to beat inflation is to raise interest rates on things. AKA purchases you as an American make that you're going to finance.
Correct.
Right? So the reason a candy bar costs $2.50 at the gas station versus back when you were a kid 5 cents is because corporate greed.
Yes.
Or and you're gonna fight me and go, no, they pay their employees better. No, the fuck they don't.
They don't. They really
times, right?
don't.
So again, we went from 5 cents on a candy bar to $2.50. You show me how that person on the line has literally gotten $1 out. No, they've gotten 12 cents. Okay, and it's still costing me 125 times that.
Well, again, I got a hold of you last week, and I'm like, hey, let's look at the student loan debt.
Yeah.
How do we pay this?
It's actually,
And-
it's not really what he goes. So this is the conversation. I don't even know if I was drinking or what I was doing, and that's how funny we are, right?
Yeah.
David goes, "Hey, I got student loan debt. How would you get out of it?" And I was like, I just shot back answers. I was like, boom, boom.
You
boom,
gave me
boom.
like 5 things.
like just quickly, right? And David goes, "All right, cool, thanks." And I was because
Like one of them I had not thought of. I think it was SoFi. I had
Yeah.
not thought of. And the rest of them I'm like, all right, I thought of those.
yeah, no, and it's but like that's just it, right? Like sometimes you're talking to somebody and you're like, hold on, I'm an expert. There's always somebody that thinks outside the box of how to do this. I got you. And then you called me and I answered. We had a conversation about, hey, I got this friend that's
So-
trying to get on the
So let's recount this conversation. I go, yeah. So somebody told this person, well, what I would do
Yeah.
is I would take out a personal loan
No.
and pay
Holy fuck, this guy's a moron.
and pay off the student loan.
Yep.
And then I'd make a few payments on the personal loan, and then I'd file bankruptcy.
Yeah.
And Nick goes, well, I mean, that's a way. And I go, well, here's the other thing. This person has like a 780 credit score. And if you're a bankruptcy judge, aren't you looking at this going, well, you had student loan debt.
Yeah.
You took a personal loan to pay off the student loan debt. Now you're trying to file bankruptcy. You're just looking for a loophole. Fuck you all
See,
of that.
As a bankruptcy judge, I don't think they're smart enough to do that because they'll just waive it. But my problem is then you come to tell me the price, and I am fucking livid, right? Like
Because we're talking about $80,000, right?
I thought you said 18.
Correct.
Yeah,
I said
I'm
18.
I'm looking. Like David tells me, he's like, yeah, the original loan's 12. It's up to 18.
It was 10 and it's up to 18.
I was gotta be shitting me right now. Like, shut the fuck. Like, we can get through this in time, like very, very quickly.
Well, and Vanessa had about that debt, and she'll be through it in like 3 years.
Well, and it's funny because I even told you, I was like, dude, if I were you, I'd just fucking loan her the money and make your 3% on it.
Yeah.
'Cause you're happy,
Yeah.
right? Like, it would be she's going from what 8% to 5%. I was like, dude, make 5%. Like $18,000 isn't gonna fucking drain you. And if you know the person well enough, just do it. Also collateralize yourself, right? Like, hey, you have a car? Okay, cool. I'm gonna put my name on that. When the car doesn't become the value, I'm putting my name on more shit that you have. Your TV, your dog, your fucking I don't care what it is. Like
Well, and one of the things I said was, why don't you go get a HELOC? Or
Yeah.
why don't you go refinance a house?
so don't refinance with this interest rate.
Well, no, but you know what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
And you came back with, don't do a HELOC, just do a straight loan against the house. And I'm
A
like,
line of credit versus
line of credit.
a home
correct.
equity line.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, these are all great options. And, Prosper is a great option.
Prosper, yeah. That's like I think because she's 12% average or something like that.
Something like that.
That's stupid interest rate. And so I'm sitting here just like I came up with numbers. I might have even drinking, sitting here just going, wow, this is a fun conversation. Like that's how much I missed our podcast because I'm like, this is a great conversation. Great. Like and now the person won't do they'll either do it or they won't. And if they do it, like they're gonna be so successful. If they don't do it, it's just gonna be a conversation that's gonna happen in 6 months. Hey, how do I get out of this? And we're gonna
Yeah.
go,
We told you
Still-
6 months ago.
still the same options. Now you have $12,000 more dollars in debt, right? Like
Well, and that's the best part about this podcast because people will say to me all the time, well, how did this start? Nick and I like to talk money.
Mhm.
When the pandemic hit, we couldn't talk money.
Yeah.
So we just hopped on Zoom and started talking about money. And we're like, yeah, let's record this. Somebody might want to listen to us talk about money.
and then just say, yeah, hey, I'm gonna go grab a beer because I'm sitting here talking to you. And Courtney's looking at me like I'm weird. I was like, I need to have a beer if I'm looking weird. You know, say, oh, it's
And then it turned into, hey, what are you drinking, Nick?
right. No, I think honestly that person's they're gonna be successful if they just do the right things. Everybody listening in on Twitch, we really appreciate that.
If you have questions, please let us know.
Yeah, I say, we love
There's a bunch of you on there. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
We try to give the best advice that we know, and and
Right.
it's funny because like you ask me because sometimes there's things that you just don't have right on the top of your head. I ask you because it's like, hey, there's things I don't think about on the top of my head, right? I mean, I ask you real estate questions, even though I'm the real estate guy. You ask me fucking
Stock
College-
questions, even though you're not the stock
Right.
guy.
because guess what? While you're sitting here thinking about it, sometimes you just draw a blank. You're like, how do I do this? Let's see.
I think the only thing we haven't hit yet is the stock market.
Stock, which is my brother's been bringing it up to me a lot.
Which brother?
Justin.
Okay.
Sean doesn't ever pay attention to his money.
Yeah, that is.
Justin does.
Okay.
It's funny because
By the way, while you're thinking of this, I went to take bottles back to Horrocks because I have all these beers that are
You're welcome.
specific.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh yeah, New Glarus, can't take that.
Only Wisconsin.
They only
baby.
sell that shit in Wisconsin." I'm like, okay.
Oh.
Anyways, go ahead.
So right, like my brother the other day, he's in my garage. We're kind of shooting the shit. He's like, man, I was at plus 40% for my, up 40%. And I was like, for my 401k, and now I'm down 40%. And I was like, did you lose money? He goes, yeah, I lost 40%. I was like,
But
no.
did you lose
I was like,
money?
how much less money can you spend? He's like, 40% less. And I was like, no, it's not true. You also forgot to add the 30% that it would cost you to take the money out. I was like, what are you buying? He goes, nothing. I said, exactly. You didn't fucking lose any money, okay? Today we're talking, and he goes, all right, so I was up 40%. Now it tells me my return, negative 23%. And I said, okay. And 23%. Okay, so how much did you put in? How much did your company put in? He goes, well, I don't know those numbers. And I was like, well, figure it out and see how much money you've actually lost. I was like, because if you ask me, you haven't lost any money. I mean, I go, when we talk here in 10 years and you're still down money, I will apologize to you for telling you not to take it all out all at once. And I was like, but it better be fucking blank. And do you have money in the account? He goes, yeah. I go, all right, how much do you have in your bank account? Less than I have in my 401k. I said, shut up, exactly. It's a savings account for your dumb ass, because even if it costs you money to save, you're still doing better than not saving. But, I mean, yeah, sometimes that's just different, right?
Yeah, it is.
I know people with, cause what is it? Look at it. The average American has less than $1,000. 80% of Americans have less than $1,000 in their checking account or saving account.
Yeah.
Right. Now, if you look at your 401k, and if you have over $1,000, in theory, you're better than that person, and you would have spent that money on stupid shit. No, it wouldn't be stupid. It's necessities.
No, it would be stupid.
Exactly, right? And so tell you what, keep investing in your 401k, because even if you lose money, you would have spent it on something stupid, and you might as well have 75% of a dollar versus 0% of a dollar.
So I had to find an electrician.
Yeah.
Because your guy,
Ramon?
yeah, he got back to me and he's like, hey, I'll get you the end of Memorial Day week.
Yeah.
And he never did.
That's it.
So I sent him a message. I'm like, hey, dude, how's this week look? And he never got back to me. So I sent him another message. I'm like, hey, are you out there? Nothing. I'm like, fuck you. I moved on to somebody else.
There you go. So you gotta. Did you tell him you know me?
Yeah, I said I got your name from Nick.
Oh no! Did you tell him you know me?
I don't know.
Now I got your name. So you gotta sell it. Hey, Nick and I are best friends. Nick really wants me to use you.
Well, Ramon lost the fuck out. Is all I.
That's all right. This is trust me, he's not.
I'm sure he's not. He's busy as shit.
More. So, all right, you talk about Ramon because we're talking about this topic. All right, hey, I need an outlet change to a GFI. All right, Nick, I got you. Week later, hey Ramon, how's that GFI? Yeah. All right.
Forgot about it.
Month later, hey Ramon, how's that GFI? Nick, all right, what are you doing Saturday? That was like not showing you that unit, right? Like, and he goes, all right, I'll go get it. And then randomly, and I don't know, it's probably 2 months later, and he sends me a photo, and he's like, here you go. And I was like, hey, thanks. But no, it's hard to find.
Yeah, I got fucking sick of waiting, so I called somebody else.
I could have given you other people.
I will tell you right now, I was not overly happy with the guy. Yeah,
The guy, of course you weren't,
you know why?
because he charged you like crazy, and it was a 2-second fix.
No, actually, he worked for like 4 hours
Oh, shit.
on the shit I needed. Or a fucking wind shirt.
Oh, good man. Who was it?
I'll tell you off here.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this because I'm gonna hire that guy. That was like a very bright guy.
He did. He had a lion shirt on. I'm like, dude, you're in the wrong fucking house.
You look around and go, "Yep." And
He honestly never made it to the living room.
oh,
He was downstairs and in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And mind you, my wife's like, well, didn't you tell him I need these 8 things done? And I went, no, I
just
didn't realize you wanted those done. And she goes, well, I need that shit done. So he came over the first time to do the one thing I needed. It cost me like $200.
Sure.
And then he came over a couple days ago and she's like, yeah, this goes off and this goes off and this goes off. He's like, yeah, I got to run like 3, 4
Three lines. Yeah.
new lines and shit. And he goes, it's going to be like 1250. And I'm like,
Yeah.
And it came in less. So I was like, okay.
That's good. At least you found somebody that can do it.
I did.
So stocks, right? They're down. We all know that.
They are down.
Now-
We're in a bear market.
Well, okay, so if you're new to investing within the
Yes.
past, my daughter's 6, almost 7.
Yep.
So we're just past the 6 years of me investing for her.
Okay.
So if you've been investing less than that, there's a chance that you've officially lost money.
Yes.
If you've been investing 6 years or more, you're still positive, and I guarantee it. If not, talk to us personally, and we will tell you what you're doing wrong.
Correct.
But I will let you know, I just looked at my Betterment, which was at 1.5 grand above. I'm still sitting at 900 above.
Well, and I think my IRAs, which I took out in the mid 90s, I took them out for like 2,000 3 years in a row.
Yep.
Okay, so 6 grand.
Yep.
Had gotten up to, mind you, I didn't touch them for years. They just sat with the
Never kept going.
horrible place that made me no money. So I've only paid attention for like the last 3 years, and they got up to 17. They're down to 4, which is still way higher than 6.
Very much higher. Like,
Over
So-
double.
so again, if your investments have been working, like, understand that, guess what? You officially are in the small and don't change anything because, and this is what people don't understand. Oh, everybody can say the word buy low, sell high.
Yep.
Okay. We're at the lowest.
No.
We're at the highest.
No.
Okay. Guess what? We are lower than yesterday.
Yes.
Buy. We're lower than the day before that. Buy. Right. And I'm not saying buy an account, like set it. I set mine to a week. Right.
Yeah.
Keep buying because your lows are going to out average and you're going to be fine.
Mhm.
Just keep doing it because guess what? Your average is going to change because you're buying lower than what you did. I was buying in the high. I bought it the highest day.
Yep.
Right. And I also bought it the lowest day so far because that's the day. I keep investing it. It'll change. Your average will go up.
I manage 3 or 4 people I work with.
Sure.
And I tell them all the time, just don't move.
Yep.
And they're like, why? I'm like, because you're nowhere near retirement. The oldest person is like 15 years away.
Yep.
I'm like, if you were 3 years away, I'd give a shit.
My mom's in it.
Yeah,
Right. And
my mom is too.
do you think I've told her anything?
No.
Exactly.
My mom goes, should we pull back my stuff and put it all in bonds? And I go, no. My mother's exposure is like 40% of what I would have. So she's losing way less than what I lose and still buying at that lower price.
My mom's not buying. Right. She's done. She's officially like, and so has she lost 40%?
Yeah.
But guess what? My mom also gets disability, which covers her bill. She hasn't once touched, right? And if you look at it in the cocky asshole way, guess what? You lost 40% of my little part, my brother's part,
Yep.
and my sister's part.
Nope.
Right? Like I'm over here like, hey, she's gonna make it to like 93 years old, then croak. And so at that point, I hope it's higher. Like, but guess what I'm gonna do with that money? Run around and put it right back into investment.
Well, even with my mother, we sit there and look at it. She uses that money for, hey, I don't like your porch. We're going to put a new porch on. Hey, my driveway needs to be
Yep.
redone. We're going to rip up the fucking driveway and
Yep.
put a new one down. Okay. None of these things are to live on.
Oh, that's right. Like, so she was smart enough to do that.
Yeah.
Some people are living on this, but guess what?
Correct.
Take your average of what you live on. If you want to be conservative, live on a little less this year.
Yep.
Okay. Because guess what? It's not going to change. But if you were taking 4%, which was the international average to never touch your principal,
Mhm.
do. it take 3.5, right? Because guess what? In 10 years, you're gonna be like, oh, I had more money than I thought I had. Take your 4%. Keep taking your 4%. Don't change it. Don't deviate from the system because that money's gonna grow. It'll grow. It'll grow. It'll grow. Don't change. You have extra little savings. You change yours to less, but never take more. And if you're trying to play and beat the system, you've already missed the goddamn boat.
Yep.
Okay, and you're gonna need to ride the next one.
Well, you know, and we look at it. So like, Dawn and I are talking money the other day, and she has a hard time separating personal from business. So,
I can fix that.
well, she says to me at one point, she's like, I can't pay off Discovery. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, but that's bad. And I went, you know, we get a write-off for interest that you pay for the business. He goes, I don't know. I'm like, we need write-offs. What's the big fucking deal? And she goes, but that's opposite of everything we've ever done. I'm like, yeah. Personally, this isn't personal. This is business. I need write-offs.
Yep.
I'm okay with you carrying a balance because, again, I need write-offs. This business, you came here.
Yep.
You guys bought shit. How hard did you try to talk people into buying an $80 projector? And they didn't buy it.
Nope.
And it sold like less than a week later.
I think it was Don's fault.
Probably.
I said, hey, how much for this whole thick container of glass? She's like, you can't do it. And I was like, you just challenged 5 fucking guys to not break that much glass. Like, to me, that was like, hey, no, there's no. And I was like, dude, I would have been like, yeah, fuck, pay for it. If you don't use it, we'll use it. I don't use it shit. I would have bought that.
Yeah, my wife's way different. She looks at the stuff what we have and she goes, I wouldn't pay for that. Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Say, but
But
when you're
somebody else
hour,
will.
when you're limited to 1 hour, it's
Or 25 minutes.
right, or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
How quick can I break this shit?
Yeah.
And I say when we got to the end, right? Like we bought extras. When we got to the end, we're still breaking stuff we've already broken.
Yeah.
You're going, we could have broken this whole thing because people would have just rotated, thrown it at the wall. It would have still had half of its life. Who
Yes.
gives a crap? And we would have been happier, and we would have broken an $80 projector that you guys have been like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Say,
Well, and again, that we talked about it earlier. You're paying for the experience.
that's exactly it, right? And
And
when your experience is limited, you'll pay up. Gas.
well, and I'm not necessarily looking for experiences, but you know, we're going on the cruise. And there's an excursion at every port. And Dawn goes, I don't think when we go to Coco Cay, we need an experience. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm happy to get in the swimming pool they have.
Yep.
And swim up to the bar that you can sit at in the pool.
Yep.
And drink for 3 or 4 hours. I'm great with that. And then I'll get out and I'll go eat some tacos. And I'll come back and I'll drink some more.
Right, and that's so we're sitting here going, all right, do we need to know world's biggest water slide? Fuck, I need to do that, right?
Right.
Like,
So you might decide, I kind of got to get the water park pass.
Yep.
Whereas I'm going to go, yeah, I'm good.
hard pass.
I don't need that because I'll just swim up to the fucking bar and sit there for 3 hours.
So, you know, when I look at this and I talk about my expectations versus reality, right?
Yes.
Like there's a chance that I could not love the water park, right?
Yeah.
I could be too big to go into it. But in the end I still have beer. So I look at
Yes.
I look at it and go, okay, could I have more money if I pulled my money out of the stock market and buy things?
Mhm.
Am I still okay to buy a 30 rack a day?
Mhm.
Exactly, right? Like my life didn't get any better, but it sure as hell didn't get any worse, right? So when you're looking at your funds, right, it's gonna look absolutely horrible. For the time being, stop looking.
Correct.
So my buddy is a Wall Street guy.
Yep.
For now, still. Been in it for years, right? Very bright guy, smart. Actually, I think he's convincing me to sell all my real estate.
Okay.
Currently, because of the numbers he's telling me I can get other places, and he's like, "Hey, it outweighs this," and I was like, "Hey, maybe." But that being said, like, I'm not pulling my, and one thing he told me, he goes, don't look at your 401.
Yeah.
He goes, don't look at, and I was like, dude, I haven't looked at my 401. I haven't looked at my IRA. I haven't looked at any of the things that's not Betterment, because the only reason I use Betterment is to teach people how you need to get the Betterment.
Yeah.
Like, because even at this, like, if I pull it up and say, hey, we're at the lowest point that you know of, right? And you're going to go, yeah, I'm going to go, cool, check this out. I invested 6 years ago and I still have $800,
Yeah.
$900. You're going to go, really? I'm going to go, yep. Think about it. So if I was at my high and now I'm at my low, guess what? I have 4 more years of low, and my average is going to put me at 0. Invested for free for 10 years, I'm going to be okay. So if we go through 4 more years of low, I'll be at my money.
Yeah.
If we go through any highs, I've gained. If we go through any lower than that, I've lost a little bit. But guess what? At that point, in 4 years, my daughter will be 10. I'm not touching that money intentionally until she's 18 to 22,
Yeah.
right? Like,
It's not money you need.
at all in any way, shape, or form.
It's money that's just sitting there, hopefully working for you.
Hoping to make the next generation bigger.
Yeah.
Right?
Because again, we talk about generational wealth.
I all the time, that's all I think about. Like, how can I make sure we talked about it? How can you make sure when you die your family's okay?
Yep.
Right? And you started late, right?
I did.
Like, and you don't have generational wealth, but your daughter's condo would be paid for.
Yep.
She no longer has to worry about if she has a tenant. She doesn't have to, like, there's little things that have changed, and she can go on to make that next generation be completely okay, right? Like,
Well, and even looking at some of the things I buy. So like Dawn gets pissed because, Caitlin and I go to a con and we'll see an actor and we'll get an autograph. Caitlin can turn around and sell those at any point in time. So we saw Carrie Fisher 3 months before she passed. Okay.
Yep.
$60 to get an autograph. You know what the cheapest Carrie Fisher's going for right now?
no, what's up?
$600.
And how much did you pay?
60.
Oh.
I mean, these things do hold value. And Dawn says to me all the time, well, it doesn't hold value if you're not selling it. Right. But if I'd have died last, how much shit would they have sold?
All of it.
Pretty much. I mean, they would have kept a few things, but for the most part, all that shit would have got sold. And with my daughter, again, it's about an experience. So,
So I want to. This came from a viewer that's near and dear to your heart.
oh,
Sorry. The question was asked.
that
Is this true? And somebody wrote, "This needs to change." And fuck that somebody. Notice there's no rent control in Michigan, so rent can be raised by any amount.
Mhm.
Month-to-month tenants must be given 30 days notice prior to increase of rent. Tenants with leases may not have their rent increase during the period of their lease unless the signed lease says the rent increases are allowed. That is absolutely true.
Yep.
No, the fucking shit. Me and this viewer
Yes.
are not going to be having friends or not be friends for very much longer. So I'm risking the fact of putting you on. So let's just say rent was $1,000.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Zillow came in and bought every house around me, and
Yeah.
now rents are ridiculous.
Mhm.
Mortgage rates are at 7%.
Yes.
We talked about how things are going
Mhm.
crazy. Guess what? If I'm buying currently, I need to be able to raise rents to be able to afford that bill to make sure that you stay in that house.
Yep.
Because guess what? You didn't sign something saying, hey, if I foreclose, you're going to pay my bill, right? You didn't take any risk. All you took was a monthly risk, right? You didn't take anything much. Yes, it should. It should be limited on the percentage that it can be raised. Oh, it shouldn't. Just say, and so, right, like, when it's one thing I'm failing at, right? Because that's what separates a good business owner from a bad
Because you're
business.
horrible at this.
I'm a fucking horrible business owner because I'm not raising guaranteed, right? Currently can say I'm 40% below market. My lease has limits. Rental should. No, we're completely different. This person says their lease, which they have a business lease on a building.
And I can tell you right now,
Yeah.
that shit went up way higher than it should have.
Of course.
And
But guess what?
we have a locked in lease, but it goes up every year.
And it should be honestly, the smart business owner has it built in,
Yeah.
and they just constantly do it. But guess what? When you have a locked in lease and the next person has a locked in lease, like guaranteed two people are going to be there, so the next person can come in, and so that's going to when there's more. If you're the first person in, right?
Yep.
You've started the trend. If you're the last person in, guess what? You're the fucking last person on the train. You're paying the most.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So right, like percentages shouldn't be there, because it's what the area calls for. What should happen is teach people to stop being so comfortable in where they are and figure out where they want to be, right? Like you asked me, should I buy a house? If you're renting, and guess what? Your rent's going up. This is why you need to buy, because guess what? You control your own destiny at that point, right? You know, is there tax limits? Yes, 100%. So here's a fun little side story. The other day I show up at home.
Mhm.
All right. I two kids, young kids, right? They're probably 18, and they're working for the township. And they're trying to measure things and figure out how big houses are and what updates you've had. Because my township decided they want to figure out how to raise more taxes.
Of course.
So I roll in, I hop out of my car, and I just yell out, "That's going to be a hard pass from me, boys." And they laugh. And I was like, haha. I was like, hey, no, I was serious. It's going to be a hard pass. You guys can go left, you can go right, you can go anywhere but here, but it's going to be a hard pass for me. And they're like, well, we work for the township. And I said, I'm going to try this again. I know who you work for. I know what you're doing. I don't want part of this. I'm trying to be nice because you're young and don't know what the hell you're doing. I'm not being disrespectful. Again, hard pass, have fun. All of a sudden they go straight face and they're like, oh, he's being serious. And I was like, I'm not telling you what I've updated, what I've not done. I was like, honestly, if I told you my house is beat to shit, it wouldn't change anything. Get off my property.
They're not allowed to come onto your property
Correct.
to do anything without discussing it with you first.
No, no, I said this person off, man.
They're always tough.
This person says, if rents are increasing yearly, or I am for rents increasing yearly if needed, but it should be controlled in the percentage of raise.
So
it is absolutely wrong.
There are some places it is controlled.
Of course, California has some rent control areas.
New York
has some rent control areas. Subsidized housing has rent control. So in Michigan, there are some subsidized housing things.
No, I can tell you where this person's coming from is they're looking at it used to be $800 here, and now it's $1,800.
That's correct. But now, and you don't know what everything's going through. So we talked about CapEx, right?
Yeah.
So if I ate CapEx for the next 10 years, I need to make that up because I lost 10 years because I had to go through the low so I can get to the high.
Yep.
And so, right, this roof isn't going to last forever. The roof of the house, the water heater is not going to last forever, right? Like, I make fun of, like, which is also why I tell you guys, and it's funny because you guys say, hey, it's not that big of a deal, and you think that you're giving back. In your faucet over here, you have no fucking cold water, right? Like, you turn it to the cold side, it doesn't come on, hot water comes on, right? That's also a reason that your landlord needs to fix this building. Same as over in my things. Okay, hey, you think that you're helping me out by not doing this, but actually, now if we talk about it, so if you would have told this landlord, let's say you've been here 3 years, if you would have told him 3 years ago, he could have gotten that hot cold water fixed for $150. Okay, inflation's here. People are busy. You couldn't get Ramon, right? Now, if you wanted Ramon, how much you pay?
Right now?
Let's say Ramon was my plumber. How much would it cost?
More.
Exactly. So now you don't see the difference that it cost $150 3 years ago because you didn't mention it, but now it cost me $225, $75. Doesn't seem like much. $75. Now times that by the 20 buildings that are here. And things go up, things cost. And I can't control how much my plumbers, my electricians, I can't control how much everything goes up. So the percentage wise, no, not a chance.
So when we're looking here.
Yep.
For example.
Yep.
So we have no lines in the parking lot, right?
You don't.
So nobody knows where to park.
True.
So my wife said, "Hey, can you please mark off parking spot?" She's been asking for this for many months.
Sure. What'd they say?
Oh yeah, we'll get right on that.
Okay.
Months go by. No lines. I get a text from her one day and she goes, "I got sick of fucking waiting. Went out and bought a fucking spray paint can
Don't do it.
of yellow
Don't do it.
and made her own fucking lines."
Don't do it.
She did it.
Nope. Mm-mm. All right. I'd be okay with chalk that washes away and paint it rainbow all the time. But to do your own thing, who knows who's to say where the line should be on my building?
So she honestly painted over the lines that were already there.
If they were there existing, sure,
Yeah.
I get that. But
They were very light and she made them not so light.
that's like right. But like, I would say, right, and that goes back to the it goes back to like now, depending on what the lease reads and how things go. But and you also you went from let's say 8 to 18. You know that this is a desirable location now.
Yes.
You're trying your hardest to keep it, and that's what America's going through. They want to keep their nose down because they want to stay in low income because they can't afford the big increases, and I get that. But sometimes in life you have to change, right? And if your job hasn't changed and you haven't done anything to change your life, sometimes you have to go to the outside market, right? Instead of being in Byron Center, sometimes you have to be in Wyoming. Sometimes you have to be in.
That's one of the things people don't understand right now when it comes to like jobs.
Yep.
So if you leave your job right now, you most likely can make 7 to 10% more elsewhere.
True.
And a lot of people just aren't willing to make that move. And many are. And people will sit there and piss and moan and go, "Oh my God, my favorite restaurant closed because nobody wants to work."
Yep.
Bullshit. We've been telling those people for years.
Give raises.
Go get a better job because you're only worth $3 an hour.
Yep.
And they went, "Fuck you," and they went and got a better job.
It's true.
And now nobody wants to work for $3 an hour, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, this is horrible." So Johnny's Pizza decided, "Fuck off, we're closing because I can't keep anybody because they don't want to work."
Yep. Well, so
No, they don't want to work for $3.
Look at the Grand Villa, right?
Yeah.
Their excuses and employees.
Yeah.
No, okay, you have plenty of front staff, you just don't have the back. Okay.
Yep.
So what does that tell you? It tells me that you've been in business for 90 years, you've made a profit that you want to make, and you're completely fine with retiring. You don't give a shit to pay anybody else to make less money.
Correct.
Right? Like, I'm not saying that you're wrong. Don't get me wrong. You have all rights to choose that.
Yes, you can do that.
That's your business, man. Like, I'm not. Am I upset because, oh, cool, it was my family place? Like, sure. Really, in the end, you've made your money. You've done your thing. You didn't feel like you didn't think other people were worth it. You didn't want to pay more money. You didn't think that your stress of, let's say you only make $30K a year. You didn't say, hey, if I make $23K a year was worth your stress of dealing with. That's fine, man. Like, I'm not mad at you, right?
No, it's okay.
Like, nobody is mad at you for saying, hey, I need to make more money. So, I enjoy this conversation with this person. Rent increasing yearly. If it's built into the lease, but that's the risk you're taking is it's not built into your lease, right? And so when rent control comes in, all it does is guarantee that when your 1 year is done, after your 1 year lease, you are just going to guarantee to get a 30-day notice, right? You're not gonna be able to negotiate your way out of it. You're not gonna be able to do anything. And so they're gonna kick you out because guess what? If let's say you're at 800, David's saying 1,800, right? That's 120% increase. So all that's saying is, during the year, your rent can't go up any higher. So once your lease is officially done, and some places will do 2 year, 5 year, like with this business, right? There's probably a built-in rent increase for a 3 year guarantee or a 5 year guarantee. So you need to understand that at the end of that 5 years, I mean, you could have gotten a deal for 5 years because let's say rent went from 800 to 900 and 1,000, but at the end of the 5 years, you're at 2 grand. Guess what? Well, in theory, your landlord has lost money. But now in a low economy, right, where rents have stayed at 800 and you're the one paying 1,000, 1,200 at the end of your lease, you're going to be the person to go, well, rent's only 800 in the area, and that's all you can rent the last place out. You're going to go back and negotiate that 800, and the landlord's going to go, okay, we'll take 800. So rent control can go both ways, but because the economy is at its high, and again, we go back to the housing thing, why to buy a house? Hi, man, rents are going to stay that way. So again, rent increases if you're at a high percentage, like it's a thing that has to happen because the area requires it. So again, once your lease is done, you're out no matter what, right? So don't limit me on how much I can increase you at the end of something because I'm never gonna give you another lease because tell me about it. Like if the difference, okay, you're paying 1,800 now, and if you could afford 2,000, would you pay it?
If I like it, maybe.
And you like the place here, right? Like you guys are comfortable, you're fine. How much effort was it to find a new place?
A lot of fucking effort.
Right? Like you guys put in a lot of time, effort, energy. People are starting to finally realize where you are because, like, those little struggles that you had going from that to now to find a new location. And it's not that we landlords hold that above your head. We just want the money aspect of things, right? That's why everybody says you guys just want the money. I don't care what your business is. I don't judge based off of what you're thriving. Now, if you're bringing people to my area, I appreciate that, and that's why rents go up because guess what? If you leave, guess what? The next person gets that deal because you're the one that's creating the business aspect of things.
Well, seeing like as somebody that knows a bunch of renters.
Yep.
So my daughter used to live in an apartment complex, Prairie, and what is that? Byron Center right there.
Yeah.
So on the south.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
East side of the road.
Yep.
Old Brook. And there's a girl you and I coached that lives there now.
Okay.
Now, when my daughter lived there were several times she needed maintenance to come over and fix shit.
Yep.
And nothing ever got fixed. So now this girl that we used to coach lives there with her daughter, and they have no air conditioning. And they won't come fix it.
Okay.
It was 96 degrees today.
Okay.
And she's pissed.
Yep.
And she goes, can I withhold rent? Because this shit ain't getting fixed.
Okay.
And I think that's the problem we have with some of these landlords out there.
Problem we have with some of the renters. So
It very well is.
right. So I'm playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, and that's fine, but you're paying for a certain thing,
okay,
and not necessarily getting what you paid for. So, like, one of the windows will not close. Just won't close.
Okay.
I don't know about you. If I have a place, shit better be able to close.
So I have multiple answers for this.
Okay.
I have the Nick has a heart. I have the Nick is a business owner.
Okay. Nick is a business owner.
Nick is a business owner. Nick as a business owner. All right. So number one, I will let you know that I don't do windows very often, and I'm gonna need to hire somebody to get this taken care of so I can get this fucking window taken care of.
Okay.
If windows are out 12 to 14 weeks, I'm gonna explain it to you. I need you to deal with me.
Okay.
I'm also gonna put a board in that window and let you know that do not touch that. It's gonna be closed for the long period of time. And it's summer and it's hot. Do not fucking touch it.
Okay.
Okay. The AC unit. All right. Now to the AC unit. This is an answer you probably don't know the answer to. Does the AC unit, is it stated in lease?
I do not know,
So, right? So
but I know it is not central air. It is a window unit.
sometimes it could be in there, like at a
Yep.
window or built into the side of the house, right?
Yep, yep.
If it's built into the lease, there's a different story. If it's not built
Yes.
into the lease, not my responsibility.
True.
And out of the kindness of my heart, I'll do it, but otherwise, it's not in the lease, right? Me as an owner, I'm getting to the point where again my rents are really low,
Mhm.
and I'm done with people breaking my shit and constantly go, oh, it's not getting cold enough, and it just becomes this big ass headache where it's like, hey, it's working, but it's not chilling, and it's not getting down to 12 degrees in here. So I need you to come fix it. And it's like, wait, no, this is working. Here's my thermometer. I'm tired of having to justify my bullshit of your thinking it's 100 degrees and it should be down to fucking 60, right? Like, it's not how an AC, like my house currently, right, is sitting like 68, hasn't gotten lower than 70, right? Like, it can't keep up. I have a big house. I have these things.
The other day, we didn't have the air on. I think it was Monday.
Yep.
And Dawn said to me at one point, she goes, "Kind of stuffy in here." And I'm like, "Yeah, I thought so too." And she goes, "Let's turn the air on." I go, "Okay." And it's like 8 o'clock at night.
Yep.
So I turn it on.
Yep.
And I set it at 68. And it was 73 for like 3 hours. Because it just,
Face.
yeah, couldn't catch up.
Right.
I understand that.
Yep.
I think
As an owner, you've dealt with this. So what?
not ignorant people understand that. I think the problem comes when you run into these people that don't explain anything.
Yep.
Okay, we'll go to the don't explain anything. So my window won't close. I have no air conditioning. What the fuck are you doing? Well, we'll be over.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yep.
Instead of, hey, I'm gonna come over. I can't get the window fixed. I'm gonna put a board up there. Don't fucking touch it.
Yep.
As a person, I can sit there and go, okay, that makes perfect sense to me. I won't touch that window.
Yep.
And you could go, well, it's not in the lease that you're having air conditioning. So as far as the air conditioner goes, I don't really give a shit. As a renter, I would come back and say, all right, well, since your shit doesn't work, can I put a fucking air conditioner in here? Because it's fucking hot.
Well, right. So do a central AC, right?
Mhm.
Or not a central, excuse me.
A window.
Portable AC.
Yeah.
A window, portable. Doesn't
Something,
matter.
anything, yeah.
I mean, if you do a window, you take a chance of ruining my windowsill, which a lot of people do, and I'm so tired of it. Like, it ruins windows. And you get pissed at me when I
Mhm.
walk in and go, hey, I see you had an AC here, but you put it on an angle so that way it did this and it broke this, and
Mhm.
well, you didn't come over here to fix this. I'm gonna give you right to fucking break my shit.
For starters.
Okay. So, Nick, as a person who is going to give everybody out there tips that I'm dealing with in other business, you have a justified work that is needed on your property that is in, so let's say the AC is in the lease.
Mhm.
Let's say that this is it. If it's not addressed within a timely fashion, addressed, right? So if I came to you and said, hey, windows are 12 weeks out, I've addressed that. So that's literally within a timely fashion. Nothing I can do. At the end of 12 weeks, you have rights to come back and I'll say, hey, we're 2 weeks out or whatever. You have the choice to do it. Anyway, you can put your money in what's called escrow.
Mhm.
Okay, so you take your money, and if you're putting it in escrow, you have to open a separate bank account.
Mhm.
You cannot have it sitting in your account for your personal stuff. You have to open a second bank account, have the money proven to be sitting there, ready to be paid for when the repairs are completed. Okay, so to the person that has these issues and they're not coming to fix it, understand that, put it in escrow, right? Tell them, hey, I'm not paying rent. They're gonna send you a 30-day, doesn't fucking matter. And then it'll go to court and you'll go, hey, these are the repairs that are needed. These are the repairs that are still not done. Here's my money in escrow for when they are completed. I'm very happy here when everything runs right. Currently, they are not running to where they should be.
Mhm.
My expectation is very bare minimum. These are the expectations. Like, I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking to make sure. You know, here's an example of an issue.
Mhm.
Tenant calls and says my refrigerator went out. Get over there. Okay, so tenant calls, says refrigerator's out. I send a repair guy for the refrigerator. Come to find out, she's running 2 window ACs and a refrigerator all on the same circuit. Okay, guess what? A circuit cannot hold that. So in theory, I have 2 choices, right? One, I tell you, I'm sorry, you can't run your AC unit off of this circuit. And the people listening understand that that's an acceptable answer from a landlord, right? I should not have to change and hire Ramon, my electrician, to get you a new circuit that can run the AC unit on its own versus being on with my, oh, I want to use this window with this, the same one that my refrigerator is running on. No, I shouldn't have to rerun my electrical, right? The electrical is set up due to spec by the state that says, hey, this is a good load. We didn't expect that ACs were going to get fucked and take a crap. So, right, so she's like, hey, I'm not changing this, blah, blah, blah. Circuit breaker keeps popping. All right, she's like, all right, I changed my thing. I go over there and I try to fix the thing. Goes, oh, you're not supposed to be here till tomorrow. And I was like, do you want your refrigerator fixed today? Like, I'm confused by this. You're bitching because it didn't happen fast enough, and now you're bitching because it happens too fast. Like, stop, right? Like, do you want it fixed or not? But like, don't hold me to a standard if I beat the standard, right? Like, and tenants have to understand that you're a renter. Okay, I mean this in a respectful way. If you're not available, allow people into your unit, because guess what? You work 9 to 5 and you want them to come at 6. No, I work from 9 to 5 as a maintenance person, right? Like, I don't work at 6, 6:05, 6:15 when you're home. I have a key. I'm going to let myself in. I'm going to fix the goddamn thing and I'm going to get out of your hair. I'm not going to snoop through things. I'm not doing these types of things. All I want to be there for is just enough to fix that and get out. Like, stop. Understand that it's a rental. It's not a live, right? Like, it's not your property, right? Your electrician said, hey, I can't be there until this time. You'd be like, well, we're not going to be home. I tell people to go fix my pool. Hey, I can be there at 1 o'clock. Well, I can't. I'm working. Dude, honestly, I'm just going to be like, hey, man, I'm not going to be able to be there. If help yourself, the gate's open. This gate's open. That front door's fucking open. Go fix the pool. If you need me to cash app your money on the spot, I'll do that. If you need a check, I'll write one and leave it on the counter. If you need cash, I'll meet you right at the end of it. Right?
Right.
Like, and people understand. People have to understand that if you own a house, I mean, you just said it, right? Ramon took way too long.
Way too long.
Else, right?
Yep.
I'm not dogging Ramon. I'm doing it. Understand that when you own a house, you're not going to get maintenance any faster than you are because you own a house versus renting, right? We have to find people. We have to do. Again, I don't do windows. My uncle does windows, but guess what? He's partying it up right now somewhere else. I'm like,
Right.
hey, I need you to come back from vacation just so you can fix this window, right? Like, not everything can be fixed in a day. People think that everything needs to happen, and that's frustrating for me.
Well, and there are plenty of people out there that are willing to wait. So I waited on Ramon for like 3 weeks.
Yep.
And every time he's very apologetic. Hey, listen, can't get to it this week. Text me in a week. I'm like, great. And then finally, right before Memorial Day, he goes, get with me right the first of the week. So I texted him on Memorial Day. He goes, I can be there end of this week. He didn't show. So I texted him.
Oh, he had no excuses, but he had kidney stones.
Okay.
Yeah.
I texted him like twice and he didn't answer me. And I'm like, all right, well, I got to go to somebody else because I need this taken care of. Because so in my house, I have the new tankless hot water heater.
Yep.
And the sump pump running off of the same
Oh, that's
fucking
right.
plug.
Yeah.
So every time it rained, both of them shut the fuck off.
Yep.
And I want to take a shower, but I have to run downstairs first. And of course, you don't find out that you have no hot water until you turn the fucker on. So I'm running downstairs with no fucking clothes on, going, oh my God, I gotta get, shit turned on. Now, I don't care. My neighbors, I don't. It's just one extra thing I have to do.
Yeah.
So I got a guy who came out, he switched that for me, no problem. And then of course there were things in the kitchen. So he comes and he's like, so what's the deal? And I kind of explained to him a little bit. I'm like, yeah, we can't run the dishwasher and the toaster at the same time. Can't run the dishwasher and the microwave at the same time. We just, need some shit split up. And he goes downstairs and he looks, he goes, so all on the same line is the microwave, the plug on that wall that we plug the air fryer into, the dishwasher, the plug next to the sink that we plug the toaster into, and then downstairs has the refrigerator, the freezer, and the dehumidifier. All of these things are on the same fucking line.
Well, and microwaves take
Yes, they do. So if the microwave's running and other shit's running, it just blows.
blows every time.
So I told him, I'm like, I gotta have this changed. And he goes, well, I can do this, this, and this. I'm like, great. Whatever's easiest for you, get that done.
Yep.
And it took, I don't know, he's there like 4 hours.
Yep.
He ran like 3 new lines, and I shouldn't have problems now. And he goes, hey, if you need something else, let me know. And I'm like, all right. You're thinking. So
Sorry, I'm getting text from this listener who's
what's this one say?
who's agreeing that we won't agree, and no cap on the percentage of increase will mean so much more. My guess is we won't agree. Let's close this for now and talk in person. We'll talk in person, but you're not gonna like it. Say, I get that people want this. People want puppy dogs and rainbows, but that's not fucking life, right? Like
You're not wrong.
I hate to say that, and it's not. You don't know. Okay, so if I made a bad decision, should you pay for it?
No.
Okay, if I made a great decision, should you get a discount for it?
No.
Exactly, right? So there's no happy medium. So if I overpaid and I'm not able to make the rents, I still have to come up with that money. If I underpaid and I'm making a shit ton, still make that money, right? Like, and that's we have a potential for this place here to go worth, right? Like, I mean, I don't know the businesses and stuff like that. Like, it's potential to lose a crap ton. So while you're get your highs while you can, get in your lows, no. Like, try to hope and pray, right? Like, so I want to give a big shout out to Rogue Brewing, Dew Claw Brewing, and really this thing was very fun. Prairie Artisan Ales. That was a very, very fun beer. Let's say good episode. I know we got in tangents. I really hope that this helps people and understands that honestly, as people on this side of things, we're going through a bunch of crap. On the investment side of things, we're going through a bunch of crap. Like, we're all in this together. Stick with it. You're gonna be just fine.
A shout out for Reds, because I do enjoy nice Reds in the summer.
Me too.
Yeah, Nick hit it kind of on the head there. We're all going through this together. So, the more knowledge we can share, kind of the better it is for everybody, right?
Right, like, and don't be like, if you start telling me, hey, this company's laying off, right? Like, let everybody know, like, hey, this is happening. Because guess what? You can start that trend early, and you can start learning to save a little earlier.
Well, and at the end of the day, I mean, we're all looking for better opportunities, but we have to understand, if somebody went, from your favorite pub and they got a job that pays them $10 an hour more, you might not be getting a drink at your favorite pub anymore. I mean, that just might not happen.
Yep.
So you have to be okay with that, because many people said, go get a better job.
And they did. So everybody, I want you to like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. We appreciate you listening.
Thanks for joining us, and we will be back in a short 6 days.
That's hoping.
You've dialed dialed in.
To Bucks and Brews, you might hear something
You can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use.
smarts of these
Cause
stuff.
they know the brews.
And they know the Bucks, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, cause shit's not funny.
Save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks.
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
Brews.
and brews.
Bucks and Brews.